All right. As you listen to the pods, are you able to do Gina's intro for me, please?
We can give it a go.
All right. Before you start, let me just cue up my sounds.
It's definitely going to be butchered though.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Listen, no expectation.
Cool. Fantastic.
Just small.
All right, ready? All right, go for it.
I'm Fola and I'm here in the studio with Big Man Yusuff and Roqiya. And this is Meet Us After 7.
Nice. That was good.
Was that good? Okay.
That was good.
Wait, we can't hear the sound.
You have to wear headphones if you want to hear the sounds. But
okay.
didn't you hear it through
I
that?
did.
Yeah.
I wanted it louder though, but it's okay.
All right, no problem. Welcome back, guys, to Meet Us After 7. This is episode... What episode is this? This is 2-7 something.
8.
2-7.
Wow, okay.
277.
Wow.
277. One
Let's do
off.
my
Well done.
homework.
Well done. Yeah, welcome back, guys. As you heard before, I'm joined by Fola and Roqiya from the Wait, Am I Toxic? podcast. And as you heard, yeah, we met on Sunday at the New Black event. How do you guys find the event?
It was good. I got way more drunk than intended.
I swear.
Yeah.
What,
I played myself.
What time did you arrive?
8:30?
9? Yeah, maybe 8:30,
Because
8:30.
I'm sure they were giving that free drink from 7 to 9, right?
We didn't
We
even
missed
have
it.
one
Oh, you
free
missed out?
drink.
Missed it.
Yeah.
It's a bummer.
We pre-drank
Oh, was it?
and then Brent bought us a couple of drinks.
Yeah.
Listen, Brent. Okay.
Brent was handing out the card.
No, I heard about
Brent
this.
was the open bar.
So, who was it that I saw at the bar? And she was like, yeah, she's trying to get shots. Brent gave her some money. And she pulled out a wad of cash.
Yeah.
I said, what?
A
Brent's freeing up the cash like this?
Mate, Brent gave me his card.
Brent.
You know they walk with cash, innit?
Yeah?
I just happened to have like £15, £30 in my
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
So I just said, here you go.
Yeah.
I don't walk with it anyway.
Yeah.
So it doesn't exist.
Okay,
Understand?
okay.
Give it away.
Do you have any cash in your pocket now?
No, I have
That doesn't exist. You give it to me.
For real.
He started following him around.
Brent was handing out the peas. All right, cool. So yeah, you had fun?
I did have fun. Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Did you network? Did you meet any people? New people?
Yeah, I made friends with
Apart
a few
from myself, of course.
influencers. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, fake friends, but influencers.
Okay.
Chatted a little bit. But I feel like the night was a bit I was everywhere that night.
Oh, you just walking around?
Yeah.
In and out of the toilets a lot.
Yeah.
Why?
On the phone.
What?
Please do not ruin our
We
name.
do not do drugs.
Sorry.
We don't do drugs, please.
I was wrong to insinuate. It was a bad joke in bad taste. I apologize. Accept my apologies.
You know when you don't have somewhere to settle and you're out and you're like, well, I'm just going to walk around and see who I bump into.
Yeah.
It was one of those.
Okay. How would you rate your networking game out of 10?
Mine's 0.
I'm not humble.
Okay, you're 0.
Yeah. You're good.
I'm going to give myself a 10.
Yeah.
You're a 10.
Not
Well,
gonna lie.
you ended up on the podcast
Exactly.
off a
Yeah.
2-minute conversation. So
Yeah.
there you go.
See, that's
Okay.
proof is in the pudding.
I'll rate myself a 7 because I'm reluctant to do it, but I can do it. Like
Okay.
when I'm talking, I'm clear.
Yeah.
But I'll be sitting like Koi was dragging me around, making me network with people. She's
Oh.
like, Yusuff, why are you
What do
sitting
you
down?
find awkward, the opener?
I don't really find it awkward. I just don't like small talk and fake conversation.
Same.
Like for example, I'm at the bar. I just arrived. I'm at the bar now. One guy approached me. The first thing he said to me, "Oh, so what do you do?" I was like, "Wait a minute.
Oh, okay.
Wait a minute. Not even what go on. You cool? What's your name?"
Yeah.
I said,
that's
"So
a
what do you
lot.
do?" I was taken aback by it. So
Yeah.
I told him what I'd done. Ask me if I asked him the same question. No,
You didn't.
no.
Why not?
Because he clearly wanted to tell you what he does.
Yeah.
So I told him what I'd done, and I just kind of like, okay, cool, and I just walked off.
Do you know, it might be different if you was American, you know. Have you been on Clubhouse?
Americans
Yeah.
know how
They
to network
promote
for their
themselves
lives. It's
properly.
mad.
But there's kind of like a stushness to British people.
I think
Yeah,
so.
we
I
are.
think so.
Yeah.
You know what it is? You know what it is about what happened? I just arrived, innit? I didn't have a chance to warm
You
up
haven't
yet.
warmed up.
So like he just caught me fresh in. I'm like, so what do you do? I'm like, whoa,
Right.
like give me a chance to walk around there a little bit,
Yeah.
get warm, get my feet wet. But I didn't just get my feet wet, so I was taking them back. So I kind of just left them to it. But then a couple of people spoke to me afterwards, and I was more free.
With me, I struggle in London because, first of all, I don't want a guy to think I'm moving to him.
Okay.
And with girls, sometimes a bit stoosh. Like, you don't know if you're going to get that positive energy back. I think our energy in London is sometimes a bit like,
It's very
what do you want to talk to me for?
standoffish.
Yes.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think
So I get...
I don't know why we have a natural, like, defensive
Exactly.
demeanor and behavior.
Yeah.
Whereas we should be more open.
And I'm a hippie, so I go into conversation like, hi, what's your name? Your hair's so nice, but you never know what you're going to get back.
What's a hippie?
Good good question. I don't know. Just like I'm a free spirit, I guess.
Okay,
and like
okay.
maybe sometimes I don't get in my head about that stuff. I'm
Okay.
just free
That's
with
good.
it.
That's
I feel like
Yeah.
sometimes it depends on the kind of event you're going to.
Yeah,
Like sometimes you can go to an event and everybody looks the same. Everyone's a little bit uniform and everyone looks a
Yeah.
bit drippy.
yeah.
Oh,
There's a
it's the
different
drip
kind of
events that
vibe.
I can't. Yeah,
Yeah.
I struggle with.
Would you describe that event as drippy?
Nah,
No.
But the thing is, it was a fashion week event though.
but
So-
drip is specific. It's not fashion.
No, okay. Do you define drip as brand names?
Specific brand names. So
Like
like
what?
if you're wearing a Balenciaga sock boot
Yeah,
shoe,
Yeah,
that's drip to me.
It's drip because it's Balenciaga or because it looks good.
It's because it's loud, but not
Balenciaga
necessarily.
socks are not loud.
It's loud because we all know the shoe.
The thing is, I get what you mean. So, okay, let's just say a guy walked in, he looked dapper,
Yeah.
suit,
Yeah.
the whole 9 yards. Is that drip or no?
No, that's not drip to me.
Why? Or so
That's
drip,
just
so drip
clean.
to you is exclusive to just branding.
Yeah.
For me, drip is just dressing well.
Yeah, we've branded it differently.
Like,
And
you know-
sometimes it's even a bit of a stereotype because we automatically assume that you're a bit stush, you're a bit uptight. And then sometimes when you speak to
Yeah.
people, they actually could be goofy, they could be cool.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But you kind of get your back up a little bit.
Yeah.
Whereas
Yeah.
if you see a guy with like a bang shoe, you might think, oh, I'll talk to you. I'm not afraid of you.
Yeah, okay.
But sometimes drippy guys.
Nah,
can
I'm a
be
bit
bit-
afraid of a man with a bang shoe.
Really? I'm almost scared.
No, as in,
I
what's
even
he gonna
step on
do
the
to me?
shoe.
What's he got to lose?
Say that again. What shoe?
A bang shoe.
A bang
She said
shoe or-
she
A
doesn't
bang
mind
shoe.
talking to guys with banged up shoes.
Oh,
And I
banged
said,
up
I find
shoes.
them scary because
It's
you don't
a
know
I'm
what
not gonna lie
they've
to
got
you,
nothing to
darling.
lose.
A man doesn't take pride in his footwear.
Exactly.
Isn't a man you want to parlay with.
Exactly.
Like what? Lean heels.
Not lean heels. But if you go to like, you know those guys who are a bit more like festively kind of guys.
Yeah.
They feel a bit more free
Yeah,
spirit.
no,
Okay,
no,
yeah, I
no,
get you,
no.
yeah.
Sometimes the mashed up crepe is a part of the look.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, that's true.
It's also about where you're going. If I'm going to a festival in the
Yeah.
grass, I'm not going to wear my best crepes.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
that's true.
but if I'm going to the new black at the Ned and I turn up with the
Yeah.
mashed up shoes, that's a different kind of.
Yeah, that's
Unless
you're
it
making a
goes with the
public
whole
statement
outfit
there. Yeah.
and it goes with your look, as in your, your actual person.
Yeah, I agree.
But yeah,
Um,
it was a good event. I really enjoyed
yeah,
it.
it
It
was,
was,
it was,
like
it was.
It
sophisticated.
was good
It was.
vibes as well.
Yeah.
Like people were actually really nice. I spoke
Yeah,
to a
it
few people,
was,
everyone
it
really
was.
good vibes.
Shout out to Brent, shout out to Danielle and the new black for putting it
yeah.
on.
Well done, guys.
More come. Round of applause. All right, just so myself and the listeners can understand you guys a bit more.
Yeah.
What is your brand and what is your podcast about?
So, Wait, Am I Toxic? The podcast is basically us disgracing ourselves once a week.
As in, what do you mean?
As in, we are trying to have progressive conversations, but
Okay.
not in an uppity way.
Yeah.
We're showing our asses to make people feel seen. So,
Showing your asses to make people feel seen. I like
Yes.
that, you know, as a
as
tagline.
yeah, it works, innit?
I'm
Yeah,
feeling
yeah.
it still.
Yeah, I feel like we're all a bit like everyone's trying to be perceived in a certain way. We get in our heads.
Yep.
And the age we live in is just fake. But we're all still going through the same real stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Okay.
our podcast is just trying to shine a light on all of that
Okay.
real stuff that we don't talk about. But if we
Okay.
did speak about it, maybe it would make us better
Okay.
people.
All right.
Yeah.
And you guys don't have to tell me your ages, but can you tell me, like, if you were doing a form and you
We're
had to
29, by the way.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
it's
thanks.
fine.
I'm
It doesn't need to be a
thinking-
secret.
I
We're
thought, no, you know,
29,
some
yeah.
people are a bit secretive about the age. I don't want to say so.
Yeah, I
I'm
get
sure.
you. Nah,
Okay.
we're not there yet. I will
29.
be though in a couple years.
Guys look young for your age still. I was going to guess 26, 27.
Thank you.
Yeah,
That is such a compliment.
Oh
I always
my
feel like I look
I
older.
was going to guess. Yeah,
Oh, fantastic.
well done.
Thank you.
All right, cool. Have you guys seen the Kanye documentary?
Yes.
have.
We watched
Did.
it together.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
What were your thoughts?
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Genius, yeah?
Yeah, I think
I really didn't get that it was called Genius. I said, what's genius? And
Oh, yeah.
Roqiya was like, Genius. Sorry, go
To
ahead.
be fair,
You know-
I don't know why it's... Am I,
What was the
wait,
point of the
hold on, but
spelling?
am I missing something? Why is it spelled like that?
I don't know. Kanye's just
It's
being
Kanye's
Kanye, man.
Kanye.
Unless I'm
It's
missing
too
something.
much.
Yeah.
I'm missing something obvious, or...
No, I think it's just Kanye being
Genius.
Maybe
I
it's, does he make jeans? I don't
I don't know.
he likes to call himself Jesus sometimes as well.
Jesus.
Jesus.
Jesus. I don't know. I don't know.
Blasphemy. Anyway,
Crave
yeah.
genius.
Yeah.
I thought it was fantastic. I think everybody's felt a little bit angry at Kanye lately, and it was
Yeah.
nice to see him in a different light.
Yeah, yeah,
And I also enjoyed the journey of his career.
yeah.
Yeah.
Even as we was watching, I was thinking about how difficult it was to see. Do you remember when he was going? Well, I'm assuming everybody's watched it by now. Going around.
Oh, sorry, spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. Sorry, he was going around with his CD, paying it for people.
Yeah.
And he wasn't getting. He wasn't
No
getting
love.
no love. And it made me
Mad.
kind of think about how even us, like as older people,
Yeah.
when we're on our career paths and sometimes we fail, but we're so afraid to fail in public.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
for
he
real.
just believed himself so much and he just
Yeah.
kept on pushing
Yeah.
to the point that he didn't give a damn.
I was inspired.
It
Like
was really inspiring. I
inspired.
really enjoyed
Yeah.
it.
No, it showed me that even early on in his career, which I really knew to be fair, but he had a lot of self-belief.
Yeah.
Like even the first interview when he was with Mace
Mhm.
at the very beginning, even the energy and the confidence he showed then, that was like in 98. But even throughout his career, like you said, the persistence to keep going back, playing
Yeah.
music. Because obviously he didn't want to be seen just as a producer, innit?
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Take me as a rapper or don't take me at all.
Yeah.
So
He
I
decided
rated.
where he was.
But you know what I find fascinating? That the guy, I think his name is Kudi, the guy who recorded
Yes.
it,
Yeah.
that he literally, like, what type of foresight do you have to literally quit your ambitions and your day, your job,
It's
your
mad.
career
It's mad.
to film someone else full time? Like,
It's
and
absolutely
for him to
mad.
have the footage still, because I'm even in my head thinking, why did this take so long to come out?
Yeah, this is what we were saying.
He's had the footage since the early 2000s, but it's only come out in 2022.
What I want to know is, what was this man doing for money? All this time.
Well,
Kanye was funding him.
That's what I want
it's
to
either
get, though.
Kanye. I'm sure Kanye was funding him because obviously the documentary was for Kanye, and I'm
Yeah.
sure he said he quit his career as a comedian. I'm
Yeah,
sure
yeah.
I'm sure he was still working in some capacity.
Yeah.
Mm.
I don't think he quit. I don't think he stopped and doing everything and just recorded
comedy, yeah.
Kanye 24/7.
Yeah,
I'm sure
it's
he didn't do
true.
that because that would be
Yeah.
too much footage.
Yeah, it's so true.
To record the guy every single day, every moment of the day. So I'm sure he's still done other things for money,
Yeah.
but this was his like passion project,
Yeah,
his soul
yeah,
thing
yeah.
he was doing it.
I need someone like that.
I need
Someone
someone
to quit your
believe
career to record.
You know what I
Girl.
mean? You know what I really liked about it? I liked the scene with his mum Donda where they went to the apartment,
I
And the
literally
show-
He
was
was tearing
cried,
up.
Yeah.
their
It was
relationship,
so
their
cute.
bonds, and how much she encouraged him
Yeah.
and pushed him and put him on a pedestal.
Mm.
Even to the point where, remember, he asks, do you think I'm arrogant? And he goes, hey, you're the right amount of arrogant.
Yeah. It still felt like she was holding him accountable.
Yeah.
Like she wasn't just gassing him and making him feel like his arrogant behavior was okay. It was cute.
Yeah. And even the part when she knew one of his old raps and she was reciting to him.
Yeah, that was
I'm
good.
like, this
almost
mum is
cried.
invested in her son, like, properly.
Yeah.
And you know what it is? Because he's the only child, I felt like that was probably one of the reasons why
Yeah.
she was
Yeah,
she
it
was
must
that invested
be.
because that's her only child. So she all her time literally went to him.
He must have been mollycoddled, man.
Yeah.
He must be what?
Mollycoddled.
What's that?
Mollycoddled?
Muddy?
Coddled. What's the word?
You know, you
I don't know what you're talking
someone.
about.
He said, who then? Mollycoddled. It's like when you, I guess, treat a child too well, like you shelter them a bit too
Oh,
much.
okay.
Like a mummy's boy.
I know, a mummy's boy.
Oh yeah, no, I
Yeah,
think it's
yeah.
fair to say he
Yeah.
was mommy's boy, which is there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
it's perfectly fine.
What I want to know is like, when did Kanye start hating black women? Like I find it fascinating that in that what we've seen so
Stop
far.
for a second.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
All right. You said when did he?
Yeah.
Why do you think he did?
Why do I think he hates black women?
Yeah, no, hold on. Did Kanye say he hates black women?
I mean, Kanye's behaviors say he hates black women.
Did Kanye say he hates black women?
No.
Then that's
but
not...
how often do people say
no.
they hate people that they hate?
Okay, what makes... And the thing is... okay, cool. I'm not defending anyone. This is news to me.
Yeah.
So-
You've never
Why?
heard
No,
this
no.
narrative, or
Why do you believe... And we're not going to stay here. We're going to...
yeah.
But why do you believe Kanye hates black women?
I think even things as simple as his treatment of white women and the pedestal that he puts them on implies that he hates black women. He took Kim and sculpted her into a black woman, light, palatable black woman.
Kim was already Kim before she met Kanye.
She wasn't the Kim that she used to date.
Fola.
No, she really wasn't.
Fola, don't do this now.
Are you kidding me?
Kim Kardashian was already Kim Kardashian before Kanye came along. What are you talking about?
Kanye elevated her to a whole new level. And I feel like the appropriation,
Elevate-
he was her excuse for a lot of her appropriation. The Kane Rose. I have mixed race children. We must Kane our hair together now.
That don't mean that he hates black women.
Does it not?
No.
Wow. To me, it's implied.
So someone's love for someone implies he hates black women. So Kanye can't love Kim and
Why
love
does he
black
have
women?
to sculpt Kim into a black woman?
What do you mean sculpt her to black women?
The appropriation. She is the queen of black appropriation.
What's that got to do with Kanye?
I feel like that started when they got together. Am I wrong?
Okay.
Is this not just a
Maybe you don't mean hate.
Okay, no, it is.
I mean,
One,
it's-
one, I think implying that or assuming he hates black women just because, in your opinion, I don't even know what you're talking
No,
about.
but there's
just
also
molded
his
Kim.
his ex his ex-girlfriend. She's that black woman. I forget her name.
Amber Rose?
No, he has
No.
a black girlfriend, and I'm even hoping that they cover this in the documentary.
Oh, when they were together and he was in the car crash.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
The one
I
she
don't
was.
know her
She literally wrote a poem about how much he hates black women. And
Okay,
her
cool. If
experience.
she says it,
Yeah.
first-hand experience, then I
Yeah.
can...
She can say, I can't say it.
No, because
No, I'm joking.
before you said it,
No, yeah.
I'd never heard
it's a
it.
part of what's
but
informed.
if you're telling me that his ex said it,
Yeah.
then my ears are more open
Yeah.
than to you saying it, no offense.
No.
Who are you?
No, it's not
Just
who are
assume
you.
that I'm just an angry, disgruntled
No,
black
it's not
woman.
even that. It's just Kanye hates black women. I'm like, whoa, where did
No,
that come from?
I hear you. Yeah.
And
I
I'm
don't
like-
have all the facts,
And
but
I'm like,
it's-
do you think this because his last 2 public relationships were with Amber
No,
Rose
no,
and
it's not as
Kim?
simple as
Or,
that.
you know what I mean?
he's allowed to date white women if
Of
he
course,
likes. Obviously,
of
there's
course.
layers to that,
Of
but
course.
that's not why I think he hates black women. But
Okay.
I don't have all of the facts, but it's been a long-lasting narrative.
do you think hate is a strong word, like Roqiya said?
Sometimes I use the word lightly, but
Or do you feel like maybe his preference isn't black women?
Oh. I think that it's self-hate that is manifesting in now hating black women. So not hate as in he has pins and voodoo dolls that he sticks pins in
Yeah.
at home, but
So
there is a dislike that he has for himself maybe that is
So
coming across in the way he treats
through
black.
his career, you believe that he hates himself, as in he hates being black or he hates blackness.
Yeah, to some degree. I think he's.
Have
I
you
think
always felt this?
I think he's
or
conflicted.
Is it since his antics?
I think recent antics.
years.
Back in the day, old Kanye.
Yeah,
The love I have for that guy, like
yeah,
he was for the people.
yeah.
But as time has gone on, he's evolved and he's a Trump
So,
supporter and
Is
all
it
this
for
madness.
you? Is it the whole, obviously, the Trump stuff
Mhm.
and the slavery was a choice stuff, and
Exactly.
that's all formed your conclusion?
It's a part of it, yeah.
Okay.
I was
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
talking to my friend yesterday, or the other day, sorry, and I'm going to butcher what he said, but he was talking about sometimes people are so pro-black that they become anti-black. So they feel like, I've done this before, like I'm so before the people
Yeah,
that everybody else, why can't you do the same? And
Yeah.
you kind of resent your own people, you have no compassion for them
yeah.
because you want the best for them,
Yeah.
which kind of turns into hate a little bit.
Yeah,
So he
yeah.
might be going to Trump, talking to him because he thinks, I'm the person to do this.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
why is, if I can do it, you lot can do it. But it turns
I
into
feel
anger.
you. Yeah,
Do you know
yeah.
what I mean?
And frustration for
Yeah,
the people.
frustration,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. I hear you.
So,
I hear you.
Yeah.
That's
You know-
one of my theories.
You know, one part of the documentary that I wanted to speak about. You know, when he went into Rockefeller offices and he was playing All Falls Down for everyone. Yeah.
Yeah.
Too cute.
What people need to realize is, because everyone's saying, how did those executives? I think it was a woman called Shaka and
Yeah.
I can't remember the other woman's name, Carlene, who they've been around the industry for years, working
Mhm.
for Rockefeller and Jay-Z, and they're like, they were stupid to not give Kanye their time, or they were looking
Yeah.
right through him when he was rapping. And what I read was, some of the tweets that I saw that I resonated with was these women are working. This is their working day. They're busy.
Yeah.
Kanye bum rushes into their office, turns off their music, starts playing his music, and starts,
I'm not even going to
and
take it
starts
in.
rapping in their
Yeah,
face
yeah.
with a camera.
Yeah. Which is like, cut it off.
That's what
The
I'm saying,
reaction was
like,
cracking me up.
You got to take that into account.
Yeah, it's
You're
true.
working. This is your 9 to 5. You're busy.
Yeah.
You're swamped with things to do.
And you listen to music all day.
Kanye busts in your office. Boom. No hello. Man slaps on the CD.
He's so
Starts rapping in your
funny,
face,
yeah.
and there's a camera in your camera in your
Yeah,
face.
yeah.
I bet she's thinking, get the fuck out my office.
Literally, I'm
And
on a
plus,
call.
Someone else who was around at that time said that what they filmed that day wasn't the first time he'd done this.
I'm not
Okay.
surprised.
So
Because
this is a recurring
That
thing.
makes
So it's like,
sense.
this nigga's here for the 5th time this week.
Yeah.
Like, I'm tired of you.
Not this nigga
Stop
again.
coming to my office and rapping to me. I heard the song already. But I think people saw the documentary, saw that one scene and thought, they wasn't giving Kanye the time of day. How could they? They're not good at their job because how could you hear
No,
All Falls
no.
Down
It
and
could've
not
been
want to
anyone,
sign it?
yeah.
Like, come on, guys, give them some slack in it. It
I
wasn't.
feel sorry for them in general. Like, imagine listening to music all day and having to rate it.
Yeah.
That sounds hard and long. Eventually, your ears become numb and tired.
Yeah.
And then there's loads of people who are talented in the world.
Exactly.
Everybody does it. You have to give
Everyone's
everybody a
got
chance.
one good tune at
Yeah,
least.
yeah. No, but I found, I like the documentary as a whole. I liked, obviously, with Kanye's recent antics and, his off the wall behavior, seeing him in this light again was good because this is the Kanye that we love, innit?
Don't you feel like it's a bit unfair though? Because like this feels like a bit of a get out of jail free card for him. Like I fell in love with Kanye again watching that documentary. Then I finished it and was like, wait a minute, he's doing bad things right now and he's not going to be held accountable
You know
anymore.
what it is? Kanye West is not, a politician. He's not.
He's
So
a musician.
the things that he's doing it's not gonna destroy the world. It's not like if he's out here, you know, spreading, you know, ill,
Yeah. Well,
rhetoric and whatever,
he kind
then
of
fair enough. No, but what he's doing is not that detrimental. So I don't think it's a get out of jail free card. I don't think he's in jail.
No, I more mean what he's doing with Kim and just like putting.
Oh,
on
you mean that
class and
stuff?
All that madness.
Yeah, all the recent
It's a
Kim
real
stuff and divorce,
distraction.
that's all very messy. He needs to keep all that stuff offline.
Yeah.
He clearly has poor mental health.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
bipolar, isn't he?
Yeah, so
Yeah. I think even from watching the doc, I feel like there must be a level of delusion that he must have had
Yeah.
to be persistent. Like,
It's
you
true.
can't just bust in someone's office and start playing the CD.
no, the self,
Every single
the
time.
confidence,
a
the
dose
confidence
of
that he had. I've never seen confidence like that.
It's
in my
mad.
life. Like like also even he said it. To even do a documentary at that stage of your career is
Yeah.
narcissistic,
Yeah,
which he said.
it's so
Yeah, I like when he said that.
He was like, he was like, he said it. He said it, but he was like, it is.
I'm a narcissist.
Yeah.
You're
But-
recording yourself on your journey to get signed
Yeah.
in a way that like you almost know that you're gonna be
It's
great
gonna be
already.
worth
You
something.
Yeah.
know what I'm trying to say? Like
Yeah.
that level of foresight
Yeah.
is
I need a
It's
droplet of
crazy.
that confidence.
Do you know what made me think about as well? Like how I feel like even yesterday I was talking to my friend, she was on Hinge,
yeah.
and she was like, "Oh, it says music." Ugh.
We write off
We
music,
write off
guys.
musicians.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. So you write off guys who are musicians, like
A lot of
rappers,
Struggling
producers?
musicians. A lot of women.
But if they have
A
the
lot of
self-belief,
Not every musician.
Okay,
Struggling
cool.
musician.
But do you know that every musician was once a
Exactly.
struggling
Yeah,
musician?
that's the point.
course,
For
of
real.
course.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say?
But
So-
who's gonna be the one?
yeah, but you
to
never
ride
know.
it out?
Yeah, but you never know. I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure. I don't know. Like for example, I read the other day that Ice Cube's been with his wife for like 31 years.
Yeah.
Imagine she gave up on Ice Cube and he
I
was
know.
trying to make it.
Wait, she divorced. Oh, I'm thinking of ICO. Sorry.
Dr. Dre's
Yeah.
wife. Well, they're divorced
They're
now,
divorced
innit?
now.
But
Yeah.
But she's got a check for life.
she has. me and her are up still.
Why?
Why?
Yeah, she'd be up still.
I'm so dead. What did she do to
Because you
you?
know what it is? You know when she filed for divorce originally?
Yeah.
And they had the list of things she was demanding.
What was she demanding?
I wasn't happy with it. I wasn't
So
happy.
you're allowed to
should've
take
taken
his
more.
beef first. I can't take Kanye.
I wasn't happy with the amount of money she was asking for
What was she
particular
asking
things.
for?
I can't remember.
You weren't happy.
I can't remember with the. It was like the one that sticks out. It was I think it was 900,000 a month for entertainment.
Wow. Was
Yeah.
he
To be
not very
fair-
abusive to her? No.
Was he?
What?
I have
fun.
no idea.
What?
I've
deserves that.
I've heard things.
You- If
I've heard
he
things.
did, then she should take all of his money.
Yeah.
So anyway, so you're saying rappers, musicians is a no-no.
Struggling ones. I'm sorry.
Have you
For
But
ever?
everybody struggles. Like,
Have you ever?
For every musician who's made it, there are 1 million who hasn't. So I'm not trying to be with one of those. I'm sorry.
You're like a job shamer.
Wow.
No, 'cause
Wait,
you-
were we
no, 'cause-
recorded earlier when I
Yes,
said
we was. Everything you said is going to be
oh
here.
dear. I
Hopefully,
was-
Brent, keep everything.
Delete
You were-
that, hold that shit.
You were shaming. What were you shaming? What's you shaming again?
Oh,
Sorry.
I got it back.
PAs. I don't.
Yes, that's it.
I'm
You were
not
shaming PAs as in personal assistants.
I don't think there's anything
now
wrong with
and now
being
you're
a
shaming. Now you're shaming. Struggle. Let's not say struggling rappers. Let's say
Up and coming?
musicians.
Maybe
on the
not
come up and coming.
Yeah.
On trying to come.
What was your first job? Pause.
First job when I was 16.
And it was what?
I worked in a call center.
Did you feel ashamed of yourself?
No, I was 16. Am I dating 16-year-olds?
So if someone is 30 in the call center, you're going to shame them.
I'm not going to shame
Not
them. They're
shame
just not
them.
for
No,
me.
but based on you just said I was 16. So if you were older, how would you look at the job then?
It's not that I feel
Be
any way
honest,
about the
Fola.
job. Oh, okay. No, genuinely though,
This
I don't.
is a safe space.
Is it?
It is.
The thing is, I don't care about what anyone does until
Yeah.
it affects me.
Okay.
So if I met someone that says I'm a PA, I'm like, all right, live your life. I don't give a heck.
Yeah.
But if somebody says to me, marry me, I'm a PA, that's a different situation.
Why? Okay, why?
Because likelihood is you don't have much money.
So you're assuming they're PA for whom?
I don't know.
Okay, cool. Do you believe that a PA is a low paying job?
Definitely. I've seen PA salaries.
But PAing for who?
Normal people like, I don't know, CFOs or people in corporate world.
So, okay, someone who's a PA for, I don't know, the president of JP Morgan, for example. Do you believe that they're on a low salary or
I
high
don't
salary?
believe they're on a low salary. They're probably earning a reasonable
So
amount.
isn't it about who they're PAing for?
Yeah, but it's just how many people are PAs for this? Who did you just say? The CEO of JP
And plus,
Morgan?
and plus, I believe, maybe I'm wrong, that a lot of PAs are women.
Yeah.
I've never seen or heard or even met many
male PAs.
male PAs, but
Yeah, I don't
I've
think
met
any.
girls who are PAs.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's a female-driven industry job.
Yeah, and that's definitely the social element to it. It's
Yeah,
like
so-
a woman can serve them.
Yeah.
So
I think to even go back, to the musician stuff, I think sometimes with musicians and just creative jobs anyway,
yeah,
is that it presents a sense of insecurity for a lot of people in relationships. So in
Yeah.
terms of money and stuff. So
yeah,
you have to invest in their dream, and maybe some days there might be long periods where you have to have their back.
yeah.
And I think that's
Yeah.
where women get a bit concerned, and men vice versa.
Okay.
whatever.
100%. That's the only reason that
Yeah.
money's an issue.
Yeah. And we're in the wrong country as well. If I lived maybe abroad and the guy was a musician,
Yeah.
I had to live off nothing and it was cool.
yeah.
Might be more
Yeah, it's so
susceptible to that
true. My
relationship.
source of happiness isn't even
But
coming
this
from the
country
money,
sucks
yeah.
a lot of fun out of everything.
Yeah.
All right.
Agreed.
If you met a guy, who was a up and coming rapper,
Yeah.
and then you tried to do a thing, you weren't on it, and then this is say 5 years later, he was Dave or Stormzy.
Yeah.
Be honest, how do you feel?
Be like, you're right. How you been, biggest? No, I'm joking. I'm joking. I wouldn't feel away. I'd genuinely be happy for them. I'm not.
Be honest.
might think, oh,
Be
a
honest. Come
little
on. A little bit like, damn it.
Yeah.
Could have been me.
It
Could have
would
been
be
me.
a part of me.
Yeah,
But
there definitely will be a part of you. Unless you've moved on and you're with someone else.
The thing is, though,
If you were single, then you might feel bad.
definitely. I think with me, though, I personally think I'm quite a good judge of talent. So
Okay.
if he was Dave, I would have stayed with him because I would have known that Dave's
Oh,
gonna
so
blow.
you're saying a struggling shit rapper?
Yeah, it's not about not having blown yet.
Anyone
It's
can
about your
make it in this day and
potential.
age, though.
I am
Okay.
very much down to ride for potential, as long as it's not costing me too much. But if I don't believe in you, then how the hell is anyone else?
All right. If you met a guy and when you first met him, he didn't tell you he was an aspiring MC. Let's use the word aspiring. Aspiring
Aspiring,
MC.
that's it.
And
Yeah.
then let's just say a couple months in,
Mhm.
it's like, babes, I got to tell you. I didn't tell you this at first, but
Yeah.
I'm-
So what did he tell me his job was before?
No. He has a job.
Okay.
He also raps on this. You can rap on the
Oh,
side.
that's more than I like that.
And he
even.
goes, babes, like this is like my mixtape. I want you
Yeah,
to hear
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Give me your critique in it.
Yeah.
And it was complete. It was a weed plate. It was
Ooh.
garbage. How honest would you be?
I think I would lie in the moment. Then I'd go and have to ask for advice.
You said it to me like,
I would literally be like, can you see what
Like,
this guy is
babes, track
doing?
6 is garbage.
Imagine having to tell your bae that he's got no talent.
feedback is important. Honest feedback is important.
I would try and be constructive with it though and be like, I think
Yeah.
your flow is a bit, maybe try and speed up when you get to the chorus.
I'm not gonna lie. Man said your flow. I said don't break
That's my whole
down.
talent.
Don't break down the intricacies of my rap. Man said the flow. You know.
I'd be icked out though. I'd get the ick.
Big time. If it was bad, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How'd you come back from that?
No, I hear that.
It's
I
so
hear that.
vulnerable.
When does part 2 of the Kanye documentary drop?
Today, no?
23rd?
Oh, today.
It's today the 23rd. It said 23rd on Netflix. I think.
Oh, I'm watching it in the morning.
Oh, it's today. Yeah, today.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
First thing you get me.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
How many parts are there?
3.
3.
3. Oh, I want more. I want them to get to current day. Like,
I don't think, but
Kim
and there's
says.
apart from the very very beginning of the documentary, that's the only new footage from 2 years ago.
oh, was it?
Remember when he was on the beach somewhere with Ramfest. And It was
Okay.
taking a call.
Yeah.
Apart from that, it was all old footage.
Oh, that's the latest. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I'm not sure. Well, who knows what the next. I'm assuming the next 2 parts are still going to be.
Yeah,
back in the
yeah. It must be. That's so
Mad
this guy's just
inspiring,
been sitting
though.
on a gold mine
Yeah.
for all these
Yeah.
years, this footage. It's
Yeah.
so wild.
You know what made me. I didn't know how to take this particular scene, but remember when he went to the studio with Scarface?
Scarface.
Scarface was the guy in the Lakers jersey.
Yes.
And he
yeah,
asked
yeah.
him to do the hook on Jesus Walks. And
Oh,
then,
yeah.
And then he played him Family Business.
Yeah.
I
Scarface
love it.
kind of
Such
to
a
me,
tune.
kind of either he dismissed it, was like, I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
He didn't-
He
and then-
said, I could do that. But he wasn't
And then
enthusiastic.
he just walked out.
Yeah. I was wondering what
I
happened
was
because he
thinking,
didn't end up
what
doing the
for
hook.
this?
Yeah.
I'm thinking it's either he didn't like the songs or couldn't see the vision,
Yeah.
couldn't see himself on them, but didn't have the guile to say, you know what, this is not for me.
Yeah.
Because he was like, okay, play that one.
yeah.
And then he was like, okay. And then he just kind of like walked out.
It's just
Yeah.
so interesting.
It was just kind of
like-
random. It was just kind of
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
weird. It was kinda
I
weird.
was baffled. I wanted to see what happened because I was
Yeah.
thinking you definitely didn't end up doing the hook. So
No, he didn't.
Yeah.
What
Yes.
happened?
He didn't end up doing a verse on Family Business or the hook for Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
I kept thinking everyone that they showed in that, I was thinking, how do you feel
Yeah.
today?
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of people, there were a lot of rappers in there that are kind of irrelevant now. Like people like Rampest even. What's Rampest doing at the moment?
Because Ryan Fest has always been Kanye's guy, innit?
Underground.
Like
or-
Underground.
Yeah.
I know he goes for it for Kanye or does for Kanye still.
Oh. Okay.
But yeah, I do wonder if what Scarface thought when Jesus Walks came out. Because
Yeah.
obviously he asked you to be on the hook and you kind of just gave him the
Yeah,
stiff arm, really.
Literally. I
You can they gave us a But to be fair, I don't think the song needed him on the hook anyway.
No, I'm glad
to
he
be
wasn't on
fair.
it.
Yeah.
It was perfect.
But him having the verse on Family Business, that I would have liked to see. Because Scarface is a good rapper, and I think he would have been.
Oh, I don't know much of his music.
He would have done well on that. But
And I thought Family Business was perfect.
I love that song.
yeah,
I love
to
it.
be fair, I've been listening to the album this week, College Dropout.
I'm not this week.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
surprised
I said I've been listening to.
Oh, you've
Oh,
been
you-
listening? I thought you
yeah.
asked us.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should have actually. I'm surprised I
Yeah.
didn't
No,
because I was
true.
vibing watching it.
Yeah,
That one of my favorite albums. That and The Graduation. Those are my two favorite Kanye albums.
All right, we were talking on the WhatsApp about what to discuss today.
Yeah,
What was that one thing you mentioned to me again?
We were talking about male beauty.
No, before that.
What did I say?
It was about female beauty.
Yeah, we were talking about female beauty. So on our podcast, we did an episode
Yeah.
speaking about standards of beauty for women.
Yeah.
And the toxic thought that we were discussing that week
Oh,
was,
my thoughts. Yeah.
let's be honest, not all of us are beautiful. Some of us are just average.
Okay.
And it was an interesting episode, but by the time we got to the end of it, we were like, oh, we wish we'd had the male perspective. Because
All right. So based on what you discussed in your episode, what perspective would you want me to, give you insight on?
two things.
Yeah.
So I was very solid in my theory that we definitely live in an age where social media dictates a lot of what beauty is.
Okay.
Online.
Yeah.
But I think when you come into the real world, some of that trickles in and some of it stays on social media.
Yeah.
And guys are really accepting of the fact that women are human. Not
Yeah.
everyone has a BBL, all that kind of stuff. How powerful do you think all of the other attributes a woman can have that make her beautiful are? So for example, if a woman is funny, if she's intelligent, if she has source, like not necessarily how she physically looks, just how she moves.
Yeah.
How powerful all of those things versus her physical looks that social media tells her she's supposed to have.
I think those things are very powerful, to be fair. I think your personality and your aura and your vibe can accentuate, your looks.
Agreed.
So they can make you more desirable. So if someone maybe doesn't find your appearance that attractive, all the other aspects of your personality could, exude
Yeah.
and, you know what I mean,
But
make you more appealing. Yeah.
I feel like we were more talking about like our actual beauty, like the
Yeah.
physical
we're talking
look
about
of
that
us.
as well.
Yeah.
Because I was kind of passionate about people just accepting that some people are just average looking.
Yeah.
Not everybody's beautiful.
Yeah.
Whereas you were like, no, everybody is beautiful.
But that's because what I base beauty on is not necessarily just the beauty standard that everyone's
Yeah.
accepted
Yeah.
blankly.
Yeah. Do you think that everyone is beautiful to somebody?
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah. So
100%.
therefore everyone is beautiful.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And you know what it is, I think obviously there's society's idea and what we've been programmed to believe is beautiful
Yeah.
or aesthetically pleasing. But it's like, okay, cool. When God made us, did he make us like, okay, this is ugly, this is beautiful, this is average?
Yeah.
Is that what he did? Or did he just put us here and we just formed our own
Exactly.
thesis, basically?
We
innit?
have, but my kind of argument is that obviously everybody's beautiful, yes.
Yeah.
But in everyday life, if I gave you 10 girls and
Yeah.
I said on the spectrum, who's the buffest and who's
Yeah, of
the
course. Yeah, of
you
course.
would be able
Yes,
to point
yes,
us. You
for
wouldn't be
sure.
like, oh, you must be beautiful in some kind
No,
of
no,
way.
no.
You're
No,
10.
I know.
So I'm just saying, in reality,
Yeah,
some
of
of us
course.
are actually average.
No.
And that's all right.
But that average is based
No,
on.
that's not what you're
Of
saying.
course.
I was trying to like just expand the mind
Yeah,
and the thinking.
yeah,
But yeah,
yeah.
on that basic premise, obviously, yeah.
Some of us are just average.
Yeah.
So what I was trying to say as well, though, is like, so what happens when you're ugly? Because this is the spectrum, right? So
Yeah.
some people are going to be average, some people are going to be attractive. How do you console yourself if you're just ugly as far as the spectrum is concerned?
This is a very rough question. Eh? How do you console yourself if you're just ugly? Wow.
I was saying this to say.
I'm taken aback. I'm taken aback.
No, because I'm saying this to say there are definitely people out there who listened to that episode and were like, well, damn, I'm not even average. Where did they go from there? So I'm just trying to push the narrative that
I think
beauty is still subjective.
it's subjective.
Of course it is.
Okay, cool. Let's put it this way. If you believe that you're unattractive to the masses, then you just have to work on yourself. Like, not necessarily work on, you might need to work on other aspects. Your personality might be 10 out of 10. You might be confident. You might be very self-assured, but you just know physically you're not the most appealing.
Yeah.
It's one of the things you just kind of you kind of have to just kind of keep moving with it. You can't let it be. You can't let it be to the detriment of your life.
Yeah.
Like you can't wallow in self-pity thinking, oh, people don't find me attractive. You just have to kind of find the strength to just carry on and just
So wild.
embrace how you look
Yeah.
and be confident in how you look. And
You have to delete Instagram.
Yeah.
I don't think what
That's the best way to do it.
delete your Instagram.
Yeah, man. When you live in the real world, a lot of these beauty standards, they
So
disappear.
you're saying if you're not universally
if you feel
deemed
you're
as good
not,
looking, you should delete your Instagram.
if you feel you're not, for your own
No,
sanity,
because Instagram,
delete Insta.
Instagram isn't just for posting pictures of
It's
yourself.
not, but it's the most.
It's become that way.
Yeah, exactly.
Nah, I'm not co-signing that.
I don't think it's what you should have to do.
I'm not co-signing
But
that.
the real
I'm
world,
not co-signing that.
Instagram is just about dick swinging or pussy swinging.
So no,
Yes.
but you're implying that people who don't deem themselves to be attractive should just live in a hole then.
No, I think for yourself, your own self-confidence and sanity, at least take a break. Because let's be, if in my ideal world, yeah, Instagram would be a place that you can go and look at flowers and beautiful hills that people have visited recently. But it's not. Everyone's feed is
but that's
baddie.
That's not what everyone feeds. Everyone feed is what you make your feed. Let's just say,
But most people's feed is.
let's just say I'm a person who I like fashion, I like scenery,
Yeah.
I don't know, fragrances, clothes, whatever. My timeline, my explore page on my timeline might be filled with that, my interests, not necessarily just baddies, guys.
I'm not gonna say. I agree that that's what it should be.
Yeah.
That's how I like to use my Instagram. Like
Yeah.
I always say to people, try and curate a space on your Insta
Yeah.
that you like,
Like, okay,
that
cool.
makes you feel good.
My explore page right now, I can even show you. It's gonna be NBA,
Yeah, fine.
football, music. That's it.
But
There's
all of your friends,
and then people that
what
I
are they
know.
posting?
Pictures of themselves. but-
That's my point.
Yeah, but who says my friends are attractive?
Oh.
I'm joking. Y'all beautiful. Y'all beautiful, man. Y'all ain't ugly at all.
All for content, you're cussing your
I'm
friends.
It would be good to ask you. I feel like we probably needed a guy like was a guy.
Yeah,
on
we
our
wanted
Instagram-
a guy on that
Instagram,
episode.
you know, on
Yeah.
an episode before.
Yeah,
Do you feel? Because I feel like as women, we put a lot of pressure on ourselves to
Yeah.
look a certain type.
yeah.
Mm.
And then I'm not gonna lie, I've seen a guy with a girl
Mm.
and be like, oh, she's not even all that,
Yeah.
and he's with her.
Yeah.
So as a guy, like, do you feel like you've been with an average girl before, but she's made up for her averageness in other ways?
Yeah, that's interesting.
No.
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 Oh,
He doesn't want to insult his exes. Fair enough.
No, my ex is all buff.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah.
like
Do you think that's a thing that happens though?
What do you mean?
Like, have you ever met a friend's girl and been like, okay, I'm surprised.
yeah.
You know there's this narrative, yeah? I know you've heard this narrative that guys, there's a lot of guys who may have dated, quote unquote baddies,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and messed around with them. But when they settle down with someone, it's always like the polar opposite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll say this. I've seen examples of that.
Okay,
Okay.
fine.
But I'm not gonna say I've met a friend's wife and thought, rah.
Not attractive.
Not attractive, no.
You're not going to judge.
I haven't done that,
Mm.
but I know the narrative exists that, okay, cool. Yes, there are guys that I know who back in the day, the caliber of women they were dealing with was, a certain type of woman.
Yeah.
And they've settled down with more someone who appears to be like a Susie Homemaker type.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think that's
Sorry.
because they struggle to maintain that woman? I think a lot of guys.
They might-
put a lot of pressure on
Yeah.
themselves.
It could be. It could be that. It could be they don't see those type of women. And this is very subjective to that person.
Mhm.
I don't want to umbrella anything, yeah?
Mm.
But maybe the lifestyle and the personality and the ethos of those type of women is not for him for
Yeah.
something serious long term.
Yeah.
This is what they
But
would
for
say.
quick fun, for a bit of dating, they're cool with it. But long term, maybe they can't handle that. Or
Yeah.
all the things that comes with it.
Yeah.
Mm.
Because when you have a very, very attractive partner, there's certain things that come with
It's
it.
long,
Especially if you yourself, like, who knows, you might be a jealous person, you might be insecure yourself. So
Yeah.
having a really, really attractive partner may affect you in different ways, innit? So
yeah.
you, knowing that, would have to adapt and act accordingly.
This conversation is making me I'm triggered. Am I average?
You're the main pusher of this.
No. I regret this.
Saying
because this
people who are not attractive shouldn't be on Instagram. Like, you're moving, man.
I've just remembered, yeah. Do you know how many guys I've met who the way that they try and woo me is to say, yeah, I usually go for superficial girls, but now I'm looking for a real I'm looking for a calm girl that's, she knows how to look after me. I'm like, wait a minute. So I'm the average one that you've come
That's
to settle.
funny, that's funny.
gonna have money made
a
out.
guy
for.
shouldn't ever lead with that speech. Man, say,
It never goes anywhere after that. But I'm just realizing that's happened to me many times.
that is funny.
Okay, I'm average, no problem. That's fine.
That's funny.
I'm cool with
I'm
that.
an advocate of averageness, man.
I can never be average. Take it off the
Listen,
roof.
everyone, do you believe? Okay, no.
No, go on.
Go on.
No. You know what? I didn't form my question before I spoke, so
Okay.
let me just think about it more.
Yeah,
and I'll come back.
From the
But are there any more questions upon this that you wanted to get?
Yeah, I want to to know more about the male perspective.
Okay,
Like, as a man,
Yeah.
what's it like? Do you know if men often feel average? Because I know among friends, women are constantly like, I feel so ugly, I feel so this, I feel so that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that, men feel average and men feel insecure and men lack confidence. It's a human characteristic.
Yeah, not to say that do they feel it, but more
Yeah.
what do they do with it? Like, is it something that...
I think men, they try to improve. Okay, cool. Let's just say they have identified the areas in which they feel average or below par.
Yeah.
They may try and work on those things.
Okay.
So one simple example could be they may feel that they lack in the physique department.
Yeah,
Yeah.
body's just more
Body.
really high with
So
Yeah.
therefore they're going to go gym and
Okay.
try and get better body. They may feel like they lack in the money department. So they're going
Yeah.
to go and get their hustle on.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay.
They may feel like they lack in the, I don't know, there might be something about their face they don't like.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe I've got bad skin. Let me try and get better skin or whatever,
Mm.
fix my teeth, whatever. The one thing I don't think people necessarily work on is their personality.
I hear that.
I don't feel like
Yeah.
people are like, you know what? Let me work on my personality. I feel like
Mm.
personality growth, it just happens, but you can be intentional with it.
Yeah.
Like,
Mm.
for example, you can identify bad traits you have and try to fix those and try to, reduce those things. So yeah.
Do with the personality stuff, do your boys ever tell you like, oh, I know I'm a prick, for example? Like, is it ever acknowledged but just ignored?
Yeah,
or-
no. I think no, guys do acknowledge, like guys know, everyone knows who they are.
Okay.
It's whether or not they say it out loud or not.
Yeah.
Right.
And yeah, some guys do outwardly say, yeah, I know I'm
Yeah.
this, that, and the third. But the guys who say it, they're not saying it like I want to change. They're
It's just like,
they're
it is what it is.
But
Yeah,
men
basically.
I feel like men have pretty privilege as well. You
Yeah,
know
of
how
course.
some girls are pretty and they have no personality?
Yeah.
Men, a lot of men don't have personalities.
Yeah. We actually did a whole
I think
episode on
But-
that.
I think those men who were, say, good looking from early, from like school days up until now, maybe not, but I know a lot of good looking men who have personalities.
I agree actually.
So I don't think it's
Nowadays, I think.
I don't think it's that much
There's a
of
bit of
a
privilege there, though.
no, there's
Yeah.
privilege
Yeah,
there,
yeah, yeah.
but I don't think there's. I think there's a lot of men and women who have personalities who are gorgeous.
Yeah.
I don't think
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's like
It's not mutually exclusive.
I think we're
anymore.
also
Yeah.
at an age where you can't just be pretty or handsome and that's
You've
it.
got to bring more to the
Yeah,
table.
you have to bring more to the table.
yeah, no looks.
Yeah.
Look, thing is, looks can carry you far
How far?
with certain things in life,
Mm.
Yeah.
but they can't carry you all the way.
Mm.
But
Yeah.
it depends. For example, looks can carry you far on social media.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah,
a
it's true.
pretty girl who posts banging pictures,
Mm.
sponsorship,
Yeah.
endorsements,
Yeah.
Mm.
whatever. Just you don't have to speak.
Yeah, it's so true. You
So,
can even post the same
you know what I mean?
picture over and over.
As a man, have you ever like struggled with like beauty standards and stuff?
Yeah, of course, man. Yeah.
How
Grow-
so?
So growing up, I was skinny.
Mm.
Growing up, I looked very young for my age. So I suffered from that. I looked like a kid when I was like, for example, I might have been like 21, but I look like I'm 17.
I can't even imagine it.
Yeah. So growing up, I suffered from that. Yeah, looking too young for my age,
Yeah.
Okay.
being skinny, and not necessarily like growing into my features.
Yeah.
So to be fair, growing up, I wasn't very confident.
Oh.
Yeah, I had low self-esteem, but no one knew this.
Okay.
I was very good at just hiding and masking things, innit? So at certain points, I had low self-esteem. I didn't find myself attractive. I hated my body. It wasn't body dysmorphia. It was more so just not being confident in the way I looked.
Okay. You just
Like I was realistic with how I looked. To be fair, at one point, I remember in secondary school, there was like a turning point where I thought I was muscular.
yeah.
But I was just a kid who was kind of skinny but ripped. So
Okay.
I translated skinny and
Okay.
ripped to be muscular.
Hench, yeah.
So I thought I had muscle. Then one of my friends said, you're skinny, man. I'm like, me? Skinny? No, I'm not. This guy's, look at this guy. He's bluffing, man. I went home, I was like, I'm not even joking. I went home, I took my top off and I was looking at my body. I thought, raw, I am skinny. Jesus, Lord.
Boys are horrible as well, you know.
What's that?
Yeah.
Boys are horrible.
Yeah,
to
these
each other.
times,
Yeah.
I might be in year 9, year 10, whatever.
Yeah, of course you're going to be skinny.
And then that's when I realized I was skinny. I'm like, shit, I am actually skinny, I actually thought I thought I had muscles.
Oh, bless you.
And I remember, I'm not sure if it was that day on, but I remember at home, I didn't like wearing anything that wasn't like a jumper or,
Okay.
I didn't like showing my arms
Mm.
or my legs.
Okay.
'Cause I became very self-conscious, innit?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'll never, like, imagine in my own house with my mum and
At
sisters,
home, yeah.
That's
I'm not
that's
free
sad.
to dress how I like.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It wasn't until I started to gain weight that I started walking around my house in vests and shorts. Like, yeah.
How did
You're
you
gonna see
gain
this.
weight? Tips for the listeners.
Gym. I went gym.
Gym.
I
What
went
was
gym.
you eating?
The thing is, when I was younger, I've always had a fast metabolism. It's
Yeah.
slowing down now. So when I was younger, I ate like a pig.
Every guy does.
Like, I used to tell myself, I was like, raw.
And still have a six pack.
If my metabolism was so
annoying.
fast, I would be fat, literally. Yeah.
Yes.
So started getting gym probably when I was 17, 18, but it was on and off. It was inconsistent. From 25 up until now, it's been consistent. And yeah, so just eating. And to be fair, I never even started eating well until I was 25. No, I'm lying. That's a lie. I started eating well when I was 30.
Mad.
Yeah.
You didn't really understand food properly before.
No, I understood food. I just didn't care.
I knew what I was doing.
I didn't care. Remember, I'm young. I'm not thinking about eating healthy. I'm just eating. Remember, I'm just eating whatever I want to eat in it. Like, I'll go gym. After gym, I'm getting chicken cottage.
Yeah.
Standard.
Every guy was
Yeah.
doing that. And
So it wasn't until I was like
jealous.
29, 30, I thought, you know what? I need to change my body. So they need to start eating better, innit?
Do you feel fully recovered now as far as your confidence? Like, do you, because I
No.
know a lot of guys when they,
I don't, you know.
really? Okay.
I still have a bit of, the thing is, I'm very confident. I'm very self-assured and I'm, you know, I know who I am, but I still, a lot of my, what word could I use to describe it? A lot of the things I used to suffer from when I was a kid have still stuck with me a little bit.
I always feel like you're always that little child in the human body.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, it's
adults
always hard to
would say.
shake that.
And like
Yeah.
at times, I kind of like, do you get this sometimes where you kind of go back into like your default setting around certain people? So let's just say,
Yeah.
let's just say in college, around a certain group of people, I was quiet.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Even though I've grown as a person and I'm completely different now, when I'm around them again, I just default back to
Yeah.
that person I was
Yeah.
with them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Time
yeah.
capsule, yeah.
But with other people, I'm me.
Yeah.
So I get that
happens to me a
sometimes as
lot.
well.
Yeah. No, I even get that sometimes. You know, when you're at work and you're on lunch,
Yeah.
and then you bring your food and it's like, where do I sit down? Suddenly you feel a bit vulnerable
Yeah,
around people.
yeah.
Yeah.
And you feel anxious to like sit down with your work crew, even though you just
Yeah.
spoke to them a second ago.
Yeah.
But now it's time to socialize.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It feels
It's a different
different.
vibe.
You feel vulnerable.
I'm like
Yeah.
that with my family because they always
Yeah.
used to call me fat growing up.
Mm.
So
Rude.
I know, and they've apologized because they definitely traumatized me.
Yeah.
But even till now, when I go to family functions, I'm like, right, I've got to look my absolute best. Yeah. Like I might go out, I might be willing to go out with my friends in a crop top. But if I'm going to a family thing, I'm like, nah, I need to show myself looking my slimmest because they always call me fat. So yeah, I'm
Nice.
with you.
That's mad. What about you lot? Anything from your, any confidence issues, anything that you kind of want to share? This is a safe
This is a
space.
safe
Yeah,
space.
clearly.
I've been sharing. You guys got to share
No,
too.
it's true.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
For me, I struggle with body confidence.
Yeah.
Like, I'm always convinced that I'm fat, but I don't think I am. But I also
No,
convince myself
body
that I am.
dysmorphia is a real,
Yeah.
real
it really
thing.
is.
Yeah.
It wasn't until I became a personal trainer that I really realized, because I'll have clients who I'm asking them, you know, what are your goals and what do you want to achieve? And they're telling me, I need to lose so much weight because I'm so fat.
And you're like,
I'm like,
fat
huh?
where?
You weigh about
Yeah.
9 stone, babes.
No, literally.
Like, no, I'm
yeah.
not joking.
9 stones and
You weigh
they call
about,
themselves
you
fat.
know what's interesting, yeah? A lot of the people who said this to me have been Asian.
Oh.
I find a lot of people who I've met who've been either from China, Korea, Japan, they all share that same type of body dysmorphia where they're
standard's different.
they're very,
Yeah.
they're very, I think that might be it. They're very skinny.
Yeah, they
But
are.
they'll
naturally.
find a little bit of meat on their tricep and be like,
Yeah.
all this, all of this,
All
or,
of
or they'll touch their thigh and they'll just grab whatever muscle or meat they have on their thigh and be
Mad.
like, I need to get rid of this. I'm like, you get rid of that, you have nothing left.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you're
It's
just
because the standard is
you're
different.
you're just slim. You're not.
Yeah.
You might be unfit. Cool, we can work on your fitness, but you want to lose weight.
Yeah.
Is that what you're telling me?
You're trying to die. Like, no.
You know what I mean?
I hear you. With black, we're lucky, I guess, the black community, because it's good to be thick in a sense.
Yeah.
it's
Because but Asians, thick is not appreciated in
Yeah.
any sense. But yeah,
One second.
body dysmorphia.
my-
that's my main one.
My co-host is going to tap in over the phone. She's
okay.
she's currently in Ghana,
Oh,
so she's going to give us a call in a second.
okay.
So I'm just going to let her know to call. All right, cool. Let's get back to the questions. I'm all ears from the male perspective.
From a male perspective,
Yeah. I want to make sure I cover all bases.
yeah, because we had a lot that we
We
were like,
did.
I really want to get into this. Do you feel like a man who is less attractive can perform equally as well as a man who is very attractive
in the bedroom.
in the market. No.
Oh, I'm thinking, what type of Christian is this?
Thinking in where?
I'm thinking,
Why would I ask that?
I'm thinking, what looks got to do with that?
I think you can throw it down.
You know better.
Asking for a friend.
Yeah.
No, just in general. No, in the market. Sorry. Like, does that happen often?
No, obviously. What you mean? So, are you saying?
Can he get just as
so
much
you're saying
play?
if I'm going to buy a car now,
Yeah.
and I'm going through the dealership looking at the cars.
Yeah.
There's a 2022 Mercedes S-Class, but then there's a 2005 Peugeot 306.
Is this what you're using to compare?
No, but so you're basically saying, who am I going to go to? I'm going to go to the Mercedes S-Class, babe.
No. Not as a woman. I'm saying as a man.
No. The men are the cars.
Yeah, the men are the cars.
Yeah, so obviously the 2005 Peugeot can't compete with the
No, but the
Mercedes
Peugeot can't
S-Class.
talk to you. What if the Peugeot's beeping real nice? Like,
Let's use people as an example. All right, so can a man who is less
do you
attractive...
see often? Like a guy who...
Yeah, you're forgetting because there's other things that guys can use to woo women or to be appealing. So guys who may lack in the looks department, they may use their personality, their humor, their wit.
Yeah.
Some people use money, image, lifestyle. There's different things that people use.
So what I'm getting at is man versus woman. Because I think all the same things for a woman. She can have all of those things that will work in her favor. But I think...
All what things?
Like, I don't know, personality.
Oh, yeah, personality.
Funny.
Okay, no.
Money, not so much.
Not money, no.
The money's the only one.
Men don't care about women's money.
Yeah, they don't want a woman's money. And perform better because she has those things. But I think a man who has those things, he can still skyrocket. Whereas for a woman, it's just less powerful.
Especially money.
Yes.
Because I'm sure we've all got examples of men who you two may not find attractive, but have a very nice thing on their arm because of the money.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But what about the initial attraction? Because if it's not there, then I'm not talking to you
Yeah,
at
but
all.
no, it depends on what the woman's intention is. So if your intention is to get in for the money, you don't care about the physical attraction. You're just going straight in because you want the
How
money.
about if you don't know, though? If you don't have money?
Yeah, the game...
No, but if you're a woman if you're a financial predator, that's a new term I just made up. If you're
financial predator.
If you're a financial predator, you're going to do your due diligence. You're not just going to jump in blind thinking, I hope this guy has money. No. Yeah. You're going to do your research.
I've seen it first. Do you know, because I'm a bit delusional because all my girls are good. We're not like, don't follow guys for champagne bottles and stuff. I was at the club. Some girl was grinding on some guy. He's like, I have a girl. And she's like, I don't care.
Really?
She was grinding
get
on
off
him.
me.
No, he was like this.
Oh my God.
She was grinding. I thought, people like you giving us a bad name.
Parasites.
There's girls like that, you know.
They really
I never
are.
knew that. But anyway,
Scary.
sorry, back to the point.
That's fine.
I lost it. Forgot it. Gone.
Wait, what were you saying? I forgot. 'Cause I was gonna say
you were asking me if men lack in the looks department, how do they fare in the playing field? And I was saying that there's other things they can use to, you know, attract women.
Do you think the things that man can use are more powerful than the things a woman can use?
So the aspects, apart from her physicality, you mean? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree, because I don't feel like there's a lot else a woman can do apart from her physicality to a man.
Yeah.
I think a man can definitely be attracted to a woman based on her personality, for sure. But a woman, for example, I don't think, like we said before, they can't use money to women.
Yeah, yeah.
So women can use their personality, they can use their looks, they can use their, their... Depends what the man's after. Let's just make that clear.
Yeah,
but, who they are as a person and what they stand for, all that stuff. Especially if you tap in with the guy mentally in terms of like what you're about, I reckon that definitely helps. But again, I think it all comes back to what the man's after.
Yeah.
If the man's not after the right thing, then all those things I just mentioned is like,
pointless, no one cares.
Because with men, obviously, we know the physical attraction is the first thing.
The main thing.
That they see in it.
So what, that other stuff can't make you want to...
I'm a man too. We see.
Okay.
You know why? Because a guy said that I've been pandering to women lately.
Oh.
So I want to make sure. Man's still here, man's not pandering.
You're on the right side, stop.
Yeah.
Don't worry. It's a shame we live in this online dating era, man. Because Chucky was saying something about this recently and I thought, so true. He was saying how online, when we scroll and look for, I don't know, who we're going to swipe right or whatever, you're looking based on your standards that you wrote at home on your little notepad when you were 12. And it's like, I want a woman with big bum. I want a woman with big breasts or whatever. But when you meet someone out, you can vibe. And she can look nothing like that.
Yeah.
You vibe with her.
Looks aren't everything.
Yeah. But now, I think it's become more important now because we're all online. All we're doing is online now. People aren't even moving to people outside anymore.
No, they ain't. Well, it still happens, of course, but it doesn't happen at the same frequency. It happens back then. It's social media.
It was the only way.
Especially if someone is aware of you, but they've never met you before. When they see you in person, all they'll do is they'll just hit the DM and say, I saw you at
it's
XYZ.
safer. Yeah.
Boom, boom, you look nice. And they'll just start convo. Yeah.
It's safer.
Yeah. What about you? Do you approach men?
No.
Do you approach men?
No, I just stand in the right
That's what I was going to say. I strategically place myself.
Can I do a quick deep dive?
Yeah, sure.
Are you both single relationships or what's the single? How long have you been single for?
Since October.
Oh, fresh.
Yeah, but it wasn't. Yeah, I guess. Yeah,
it's fresh.
Yeah.
And yourself?
Seeing someone or in an actual relationship?
In a relationship.
Oh, like 4 years ago.
4 years ago. Okay.
Yeah.
Any kids?
No.
Okay. So what would you say? Not you, because you're just fresh out of a relationship. But what would you say your main barrier is to dating and finding a potential partner? And I know, guys, we always talking about dating on this podcast. I get it.
But this is what the people want to hear, though.
Yeah,
do they?
Do.
When our episodes that we do on dating, the numbers compared to the other ones,
No,
we don't want to hear that shit.
Everyone's suffering.
I'm very conscious that people love talking about dating because everyone can kind of relate to it.
Yeah.
But sometimes I feel like, do we talk about dating too much? It just seems like every week is dating.
We like
dating,
raves,
dating.
that's why.
We're all in the same ghetto, man, and I think that's what the people need.
Ah, cool.
Yeah.
Say no.
My main barrier. I think I struggle to meet men with like emotional intelligence.
Okay.
And what else? I'm quite particular as well. With who I give my energy to sometimes. So maybe I'm being a bit too picky.
Okay.
In terms of who. Do you know what? I'm picky, but I'm not picky. I feel like I meet people, give them the benefit of the doubt, and then they just let me down.
All right.
The market is dire.
It's difficult.
Let's be honest with us.
And I don't like apps and stuff like that as well, so that's quite difficult.
You're like, what apps?
Apps. No, like dating apps.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Where are you from?
Hackney.
Country, sorry.
Oh, my mom's white British and my dad's from the Caribbean.
Okay, where in the Caribbean?
St. Kitts.
St. Kitts, okay.
Do you know where that is?
It's in the Caribbean.
Yeah, sure,
Whereabouts?
I don't know whereabouts it is.
Have you heard of it?
Northern.
Of course, St. Kitts is a great place. Not Bay, but it's not.
No,
It's well known.
Ain't like Montserrat.
Oh.
What? You think
That's
Montserrat's
right
not
next to
well?
St. Kitts.
Montserrat
St. Kitts
is more
known-
well known than.
St. Kitts is more known than Montserrat.
Oh, I think the opposite.
I remember the first time I heard of Montserrat, my boy, he was from Montserrat, told me that it didn't exist no more. No, he told me that a volcano erupted and it wiped
And
out
it's
the
gone.
whole of Montserrat.
Why would he say that by his own country?
It's
It's
still there.
definitely
Yeah, it's
still
still there.
Oh, he said Montserrat's gone. This was back in the day, I remember this.
He was trolling you.
Because I was like, where's Montserrat? I was like, I never heard of it before. It's in the Caribbean. I was like, where?
Because it's gone.
He told me it's got a very small population, that it's gone. No, it's still there. Still there.
Still there.
He
Oh, that
actually
is
took
so
the
funny.
piss.
So, alright, cool. Do you have a particular type?
Black.
Black, okay.
That's it.
That's it, just black.
Yeah. All he's got to be is black.
Man
It's gotta be
says-
black.
man says
I'm
blackity,
there.
black, black.
Although I'm open to BAME.
Huh?
What's name?
Asian.
What's name?
Ooh, Fola.
Sorry.
Yeah. Wow.
You can edit that out.
I'm not gonna lie, Brent isn't here.
Brett, you need to edit that out.
That is staying in. Brent, make sure you up the volume in that
I
part.
haven't got anything
She said
against it.
Asian.
No, but I'm just surprised knowing her. My brother's married to an Asian woman. I have no
And
issues with.
No, well, clearly your
And
brother
she's
needs to
my
hear this.
sister. I love her. Jesus Christ.
So far today, we've learned that you don't like Asians.
I'm really not presenting
that
myself
if you're
well.
not attractive, you should not be on Instagram.
That's not what I said.
That's what you said.
Don't misquote me.
You said delete the app.
No, for your own sanity.
Exactly. That's the same thing. You're basically saying.
I wish I
Fola,
could change what Instagram is.
you're
I wish
saying-
I
no, but
could.
I think
But I
I
can't.
think everyone's Instagram experience is different. I think you're assuming that everyone's timeline looks like yours.
My timeline is food. So
Exactly.
I would hope it doesn't look like
Exactly.
mine.
So
No, but I know my friends.
do you know on Instagram, yeah, you are literally in control of what you see.
I agree. Listen, he's spitting my buzz. I say this. I say that you have to control your space on Insta and curate it. Make sure that it's a safe space for you. However, I know how difficult that is. It's difficult because even Roqiya, you post baddie pictures. Like,
yeah, but you ain't gonna.
You do.
Yeah, but
to shade you. I do. We all do. That's just what it is now.
You ain't gonna die from just randomly seeing like a baddie. Oh shit, a baddie. Oh, my heart. I'm gonna die.
If you've got low self-esteem, you might. It chips away at you. It chips away. And even me, I feel myself, but I still see certain things that trigger me on Insta.
Hold on, Gina said I keep rejecting her.
Oh no.
I'm not rejecting you. You haven't called. Let me call her 1 second.
Cheeky interlude? Go on, sing, Roqiya.
All right, so to hear Gina, you're going to have to put your headphones on.
Okay, cool.
Where's the wire?
Brent, is there? Can you hear me? The headphones.
Yeah.
Please. Oh, thank you.
Is there one for me? Why, thank you.
Yusuff, can you give her this?
Thank you.
Thanks.
Vlog met 19.
We need to re-record that. Is it TLC? When they're singing into the shared mic.
Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to connect with Gina. We'll be right back. After these messages, we'll be right back. Boom, boom, boom.
Da, 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 da. I'm nervous to see what I look like at this angle.
How do you do FaceTime audio?
Where's the camera?
I have no idea.
No, might as well do video together.
Oh.
Hello.
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 Hi.
Just Gene.
Can you hear us?
Hi.
Can you hear everyone?
I can, but I said FaceTime audio, not video.
No, I was looking for the audio. I couldn't see the option, bruv. Hold on.
No, let me.
All right.
Because the connect.
All right, cool. You hang up and then you call me back.
All right.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
All right. She was looking like she just wasn't expecting the video call.
You say she's still in Ghana?
Yeah, she's in Ghana.
Okay.
She's in Ghana.
Must be nice.
It must be nice.
Must be nice.
Ah, here she is. Hello.
Hello.
You are live on Meet Us Up to 7 podcast.
How are you?
We're good. Please don't swear. Just Gene. How you been the whole day? Hello. Just Gene? Gina. Georgina Obeng. Gina.
You're so childish.
I've been talking to you for 5 minutes.
No, you know what happened? I could hear you, but you couldn't hear me.
Oh, okay. All right. Can you hear us now? Can you hear me now?
So I literally just changed rooms, but the connection's bad though.
That's because you're in a third world country. No, I'm playing. I'm playing. Hello. All right, Gina has gone. I'm going to give her 3 more opportunities to get it right. If not, she's out of here.
Ghana Wi-Fi is evil, to be fair, in her defense. It's never done me well.
Gina.
Hi, can you hear me now?
Yes. Can everyone hear you? Huh?
Yeah.
All right.
Loud and clear?
Yes. We can hear you loud and clear. Hopefully it stays this way. All right, Gina, let me introduce you to our guest first. This is the... Hold on, 1, 2, 3.
Wait, am I toxic?
Podcast. We have Fola and Roqiya in the building.
Wait. You did that in sync.
All right, again, ladies,
Hold on. Wait. Yeah, do it again, please.
All right. On my count, 1, 2, 3.
Wait, am I toxic?
That's wait, am I toxic, if you didn't hear it properly.
Am I toxic?
Yeah. So we've been gisting.
Well, damn, okay.
Have you not heard of us, Gina?
Pardon?
Have you not heard of them?
No, the thing is, I've seen the name.
Oh, I love putting people on the spot.
I'm sure I've seen the name.
She's lying.
She has not heard of. He's like,
Gina, they've only been around for 3 weeks. You ain't seen shit, love. You're a liar.
Definitely seen it, before.
Look at her, she's screaming because she's lying.
Do you know what? I appreciate that though. Very kind of you to lie like that.
Gina loves a lie. I'm gonna put it out there. Gina loves a lie.
Wait, you guys have got me. No, wait. You're not being fair, yeah? That is absolutely hilarious.
You don't have to lie, Craig. You don't have to lie. You know what I mean?
Guys, I am embarrassed.
It's fine.
So I think I have.
Also, what are their names, please?
Oh, I'm not gonna lie. That I couldn't even hear properly.
I'll repeat myself. Fola and Roqiya.
Okay.
Yeah, Fola and Roqiya.
Okay, Fola and Roqiya.
All right. Before we get
I
into,
don't know who. I'm not gonna know who's who. Am I?
don't worry. When I put out the clips on Insta, I'll tag them. You can see. Before we get into any topics, give us a quick breakdown. Obviously, the listeners haven't heard you for a couple of weeks now. So, quick, what's going on? What's been happening? Let us know what's good. Where's the Patreon footage? Because I ain't received it, but that's not. I'm blessed, nigga.
No. First and foremost, yeah. No, hear me out. Do you know what's so funny? I started editing it yesterday.
Yeah.
And then I did like the first half. And then annoyingly, we had a power cut, right?
Okay.
So I was doing it during the power cut. And then my battery died during the power cut. And because I didn't export it from my hard drive to my laptop, I kind of did it from the hard drive straight to the app. So when I've come today to finish it off, it's all corrupted, like the bit that I did. Basically.
What? Nigga, you a bum.
No,
you a crumb bum. No, I'm playing. You're the crumb bum of the week. I'm playing.
Is that a segment?
Yeah, it's Gina, you're officially the crumb bum of the week. No, I'm playing. Sorry. No, I'm sorry it got corrupted. Hopefully you can edit it again. Fast. Hello? Listen.
I never took the light.
Gina. Okay, that's strike number 2. Remember, if this happens for the third time, she's going to keep calling me. I'm not going to pick it.
I'm surprised it's been that clear though. Ghana Wi-Fi is
Hello.
awful.
Do you know what's really sad?
What?
I've been on this phone all day today. I've been speaking to so many different people, and it doesn't usually embarrass me.
And also, just for complete transparency, I've told the girls that I'm giving you one more chance.
Wait. Wait. As if the phone cuts
Yeah. I have to be completely transparent with you. I can't be fake. If the phone cuts off one more time, you're gonna keep calling me. I'm not gonna pick up. So that connection better stay. You know what? Okay, because it's you, I'm allowing you 2 more hang-ups.
That's nice.
You know what I mean?
Oh, no.
2 more hang-ups. I'm gonna give my phone to Brent. And I'm gonna tell Brent, don't give my phone back to me under any circumstances. All right, so you've been good.
Do you want to hear a joke?
Yeah, go on.
Do you want to hear it?
Yeah.
Cut out that whole time you were talking.
Oh, love it, bro.
She was laughing as well, so she couldn't hear you.
Didn't even get any of my jokes off.
No.
I'm livid.
No. And then, I heard a bit of it, but there was a massive part where you were talking where it cut out, and I was like, oh, if this phone cuts off, that's it. I'm not going to call back.
Oh, okay. You're here. All right, cool. One of the main things I want to talk to you about anyway is you girls didn't watch Bel Air.
No, we haven't watched it yet.
All right, but feel free to chime in though.
Yeah.
All right, Gina. So let's deep dive into Bel Air. Bel Air, for those who don't know, spoiler alert, is a new age, modern day remake of the Fresh Prince of Bel Air. They've taken a show that was, more so comedic, sitcom-y, and they've turned it into like a real life drama.
Oh,
Drama.
So what would the Fresh Prince look like if it happened in 2022, and it was more dramatized and more real to real life than more so comedic? Like how would it look? How would Will's situation in Philly look? How would his relationships with everyone look? And it's just, I liked it. Going into it, I was a bit skeptical about it. I thought remaking a classic, like this is, Fresh Prince is a classic. It's one of the bona fide classics. I thought remaking this is a bit of a, like, I hope it's not like a Coming to America 2 moment, because that was absolute
Oh,
garbage.
please,
Yeah, that was
do not
tragic.
remind me. I'm still scarred.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm glued. I love it. I love it. Thoughts, Gina? Thoughts?
I think it's I think it's genius. I absolutely love it. Like, I'm so annoyed that I have to wait a whole week for another episode to come out. I love how they've dramatized it, and obviously you've still got the storyline, but it's just so much more engaging for me because it's too real to like modern day life. Like, even with like the music that they play in it, the language, where he dresses. You know like when they're talking about the Jordans and stuff. Do you know what I mean? It's like it's so current that it blows my mind, if that makes sense. Like, yeah, I don't know.
You know, I hear you. They put a lot of like modern day pop culture references in there, especially those from Philly. Remember the first episode? They had like, they were playing Meek Mill, they were playing Freeway. They had
you had the boys on the, you know, when the
on
boys
the bikes, on the
like,
quads.
Yeah, the bike.
They even had Freeway had a cameo as a coach. So they tried to proper like, you know, integrate Philly into it, which made sense as well. You know what I love about the show actually? I love the casting. Uncle Phil, obviously not Uncle Phil in the old one was like a big light-skinned guy, older, but this Uncle Phil is more like a...
Oh, he's dark-skinned.
He's like a dark-skinned, slim, young dad. Like she's saying, he's more like a zaddy type.
What?
Then you've got the mum. I think the mum...
She is gorgeous.
She's gorgeous, but Go on.
I think there's a lot of similarities in terms of features with her.
I think...
And
the first Aunt Viv, innit?
The first one, the original,
She actually reminds me of the first Aunt Viv in the way her personality.
Okay.
So I think she's done very. The Uncle Phils are very different. I feel like the Aunt Vivs are kind of similar. Ash,
Aunt Viv, even how she looks.
Yeah, Hillary is not dumb in this one.
Oh,
I love the spin on Hillary's character.
Yeah, she's not a bimbo.
Okay.
She's
also.
Yeah, go on.
Sorry, I keep cutting you off.
No, but I was going to say she's an aspiring cook, social media influencer.
Oh, they've really made it current.
Yeah, it's current. Yeah, so she's all about Instagram,
okay,
her followers, social media, trying to build an interaction. She's all about what influencers do now. That's what she's doing. So it's current, proper current.
So does it never feel corny?
Do you know what?
Not really. Well, to be fair, sometimes when the guy who plays Will Smith, when he's trying to act like Will, it's kind of obvious because he goes from being serious 1 minute to just busting a joke next minute. I'm like, okay, cool. They're trying to add the Will Smith charm here.
Okay.
So that's a bit obvious. To be fair, I like him as a character though.
I think he's perfect.
He suits Will.
Casting-wise,
he suits Will.
I'm surprised.
He has
someone
the look.
can play Will.
He's not as charismatic as Will. I'm not gonna lie. Like, just to say Will is 10 on the scale of being charismatic. I'll say he's more like 6.
Yeah.
To me.
It feels like it's supposed to be a bit darker anyway. So
it is darker.
Yeah.
It is darker. The character who annoys me the most is Carlton. He's just... Carlton is like he's more of a sellout in this than he was in the original one.
How is that possible?
So the first... You're gone.
I was going to say, but you know what? Again, I love how current they've made it in terms of like, even with the coke taking, like it's interesting how like they've made him.
Carlton is a cokehead. What?
Yeah.
Right.
Sorry, you go.
And you know, with the other Carlton, like Carlton wasn't arrogant.
Yeah.
He was annoying, but he wasn't like arrogant or pompous, and he didn't. And I don't think they
No. The old Carlton was a bit pompous, a little bit, not as much as this guy.
But he never. I never saw Carlton as a character who always made it obvious that he thought he was better than Will because of where he came from.
Nah, early Fresh Prince, like season 1 or 2, Carlton was like that.
Yeah, he was snobby.
He was very snobby.
Yeah,
and he looked down. He looked down on Will a bit. It wasn't until the later seasons that when they became friends that he was less, But early on, season 1 and 2.
Maybe I'm thinking. Yeah, it's been a very long time since I watched the early seasons, so I think because I can only remember like the more recent ones, I'm thinking Carlton wasn't like thingy.
Yeah. The Jeffrey, very different. The Jeffrey is a young British guy still. He's still British. But you can tell he's kind of like from ends.
Oh.
And he's kind of like maybe.
And he's Jamaican.
Yeah, I think
he's from Jamaica.
I believe so. I think he's like secretly in the show meant to be like a roadman or something.
Oh,
Or he's
look at after episode 4 when he was like, don't worry, I'll sort it.
Yeah.
I said, go on, bad man.
So basically, so you know how in the original Fresh Prince, the guy who was after Will, once he left Philly, that was it.
Yeah.
The guy wasn't after him. In this show, the guy is after him.
He chases him to Bel Air.
The guy wants to kill Will.
Oh, wow.
And his friend, who he was playing basketball with when they had the whole altercation, he got shot.
Oh, mad.
Wow,
but then, Gina, so is it clear to say that Jeffrey got the guy killed, didn't it?
Jeffrey,
what?
100%.
Jeffrey?
Yeah. So I'm saying no. Jeffrey the bad man in this.
Not Jeffrey.
Jeffrey and Uncle Phil. No, I think it was Jeffrey, and then he went to tell Uncle Phil later on. Jeffrey got the man killed.
So the butler is a gangster.
The gangster.
I don't understand.
No, he ordered a hit.
He ordered.
Yeah, he did. No, when you see
I'm not sure this is a Courtney. What the hell?
When you see it, will make sense. Like the show is trying to be like, okay, what would Fresh Prince be like if it was real?
Okay.
Like in Philly, really happened. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because even when in the original Fresh Prince, all that happened was the guy spun Will over his head in the credits, and that was it.
Yeah.
In the intro.
In this one, in this
That's
one,
all that happened. Those are the
so
consequences.
basically, they had a bet on the basketball game. Will won, and then the guy who lost, he threw the ball at Will, but missed Will, and it hit the gangster guy.
Oh.
What's that?
But you forgot the context of the build up, how it started. Remember, it started when he was walking home from the basketball game. They had that little bit of beef talking about who owns this town.
Yeah.
Town. Then the guy was like, you know what? If you're bad, come whatever at night.
Yeah.
But remember, he embarrassed him in front of those girls, which is why he got bare mad and was like, "No, you can't disrespect me. I have to prove my point." It was, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, there was a bit of a build up,
he wanted to prove himself.
and then basically, when it all spilled over is Will grabbed the gun that his friend had in the bag to protect himself. Will grabbed the gun and pointed it at
This is serious.
at my man.
Honestly.
And then the cops came before Will could do. Will was going to shoot him anyway. But the cops came. Will got arrested with a gun.
Right.
Yeah, they both got arrested. They're both in prison together. Will's crying. The guy's looking over Will like, "I'm going to kill you."
Wow, when we're out of here.
But then obviously Uncle Phil pulled some strings, being the judge that he is, and got Will out of prison.
Okay.
But the conditions were Will had to come straight to LA. Sorry, is it LA? No, Bel Air.
And then,
Bel Air.
yeah, and then remember, all of them were like, how did he get out of prison so fast?
Yeah.
He didn't even get a court hearing. So that's when they were like, he's a snitch.
Yeah, so they think Will snitched because he got out of prison so fast.
Wow.
But obviously, this is Uncle Phil that helped him out, innit? But you know, I think the show's great. I love that they're keeping the true essences. Like, for example, Will is coming over and he's reminding Uncle Phil of who he really is. That he's a black man from Yamakra, and he's not this
Yamakra.
that he's not this corporate guy.
Yeah,
so he's reminding him of that. He's also showing Carlton that he's not, he shouldn't behave in this coconut bounty behavior. He should be more. You know what I mean?
One of us.
But right now, Carlton and Will have a real friction. They got a real beef.
They're beefing,
Like, they're beefing way more than they ever did in the old one.
Okay.
They're at proper loggerheads where they've had a fight already. Oh,
So is Carlton not soft in this one?
But he tries to drown him, you know.
so basically, Will is moving to Carlton's ex.
Okay.
Yeah,
Ooh.
Carlton's salty
Carlton
about
has
it.
an ex. Madness.
Yeah, that's the first wow.
Yeah.
And her name is Lisa.
And then Lisa.
Oh.
And then Lisa was
Will's
in the
bae.
first one. Lisa was Nia Long's
Will's,
character, right?
Yeah, Will's
Yeah.
girlfriend.
But hold on, who's wrong in the situation though? Because if your cousin comes to stay with you,
Mm-hmm.
and then your cousin meets your ex-boyfriend,
Mm-hmm.
moves to your ex-boyfriend, doesn't know he's your ex-boyfriend yet, finds out he's your ex, but then continues to move to him, and then you get vexed,
Yeah,
and
he's
you,
okay.
so who's in the wrong? Is it your cousin, your ex?
Everybody is wrong. What?
You know what
You're
I'm
all
saying?
accountable. Yeah.
But
That's
thing
crazy.
is, to me, Will was not acting like he did anything wrong. He's just brazenly just moving to her
Right.
without thinking this is Carlton's ex. So he's not considering Carlton's feelings at all.
Is his character supposed to be a bit of a gallus? Like, girls are just girls. It doesn't matter.
This
Right.
Will, to me, is less of a Gallus than Will Smith was.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's not giving me
And
Gallus vibes at
also-
all.
Right.
I think he's not too corny, but he's a bit too corny.
Yeah, he's
With
cornier
Old
than
Will
Old Will.
Okay.
he was corny, but had bars. But like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
No, Will's moving mad.
And you know,
this Will might be the average guy that you're talking about, the one who might struggle.
The struggling musician.
Gina also, Fola said that if you are unattractive, you shouldn't have Instagram.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
That's what you said.
Please listen back when it comes out, Gina. I did not say that.
But for context,
so what did you say?
She didn't mean it like, you know what, go on.
What
Explain
I was
yourself.
saying was that I don't think Instagram is good for you if you're insecure. So if you have low self-esteem and don't feel yourself, delete your Insta for your sanity.
And then I said, you're basically telling people who are unattractive don't have Instagram.
See, listen, let's just keep it on the record. If you're still saying it's not me.
What else? Okay. Ashley. Oh, Ashley is into girls.
Oh,
really current.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah, and she's 12 though. So to me, it's a bit. It's a bit.
I guess she would.
You know why I'm so slow?
What? Go on.
I'm so slow because I never clocked.
Did you?
That's what it was.
That was bait, bro.
No.
Because remember, she
moved weird when like the guy put his arm around.
No, it wasn't that memory.
But,
remember
when she was like, where's someone? So I thought
exactly. And then when.
And did you see her face that lit up when she
exactly. Now it's all come back to you. There you go.
No, but I knew that. But do you know what? And this is how I just automatically saw it as a friendship and a BFF or a bestie. My mind literally never went to what you said, but I get it.
Yeah. So it's very current. So, but do you feel like
very progressive?
It's progressive, but do you feel like making a 12-year-old girl into girls, is that a bit too young to put that story right now there or no?
No,
it's fine.
I think when you're 12, you're starting to explore.
No, it's cool. No, I'm checking with y'all. I'm checking with y'all.
No, I don't think it is because that's people's reality. That's
fair enough.
Okay.
I'm just a man looking for some answers.
What do you think?
He's trying to clear his name quickly.
I was surprised that they would depict that storyline with a 12-year-old. But that might be my ignorance.
Okay.
You know what I'm trying to say? Because maybe I don't realize how, at what age people start having an interest in the opposite sex.
Right.
But when I think back,
were you
in
not
primary
into
school,
girls when you were 12?
in primary school, no, that's what I'm saying. Looking back, in primary school we were into the opposite sex. So it's fine. It's fine.
Good.
You go, Ashley. You go, girl. You'll get yours.
We have to move on. We have to move on for you.
I'm so dead.
Get
Keep it pushing for real.
Pushing P over here, son. All right. Anything else about the show you want to delve into, Gina?
Do you know what I like as well, right? Which is slightly different. You see how in the old one, Viv was a lecturer, right?
Yeah.
And her old passion was dance. And we saw it in that one episode that she used to be a dancer.
Yeah.
Literally just kind of like that one theme. I like how this time round that Aunt Viv used to be a painter before she had Hillary.
Yeah.
And now she's like trying to rediscover her talent.
Yeah.
And she's still a lecturer, but her passion was always like painting. And the fact that people are like trying to get her to step back into what she used to do. And even the bit where do you remember when she argued with Phil and was like, why did you reference me as you used to be an artist?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not dead.
Oh.
So I like that. Yeah, I really like it.
Yeah,
man.
that's a good show, man. I know what it is. It's like you're watching something for the first time, but you're watching it for the second time. Like, because they're following the same storyline. So it's very easy to follow because you recognize everything that's happening.
Yeah. But they've just redone it.
Yeah, they just revamped the storylines, the characters, and I like, Jazz is in it as well.
Oh, which Jazz?
Oh, and he is
as in DJ.
No, not DJ. So Jazz.
Jazzy Jeff. You talking about Jazzy Jeff?
Yeah, no, Jazz the character, not Jazzy Jeff.
Oh, okay. I was nervous there.
But Jazz is. I don't think Jazzy Jeff was bad looking, the original one. But this one, I know he's like a spice.
This one is...
Yeah.
Oh, I think I've seen him in the trailer.
Yeah. And so in the old one where he was after Hillary, but Hillary wasn't on it.
Yeah.
It's the opposite. Hillary's on it.
Okay.
Hillary's on it, son.
Oh, that is realistic.
Yeah, Hillary's on it still.
How much of it is out?
4 episodes.
Okay.
But I feel like the main...
And...
Go on.
No, actually, no.
No, I was going to say the main storyline right now, I feel like it's Will versus Karen. That's like the meat of it right now.
Okay.
It's those two establishing their relationship, trying to coexist,
also,
basically.
Do you know what I love as well? Sorry.
Yeah.
Do you know what I freaking love, yeah? The fact that, all right, cool, Will obviously was pissed off at the white boys saying nigger when they're listening to Meek Mill and thinking that it's okay, right? And the fact that Carlton's co-signing it on this whole, but it's okay for me to say nigger in a rap song, but my white friends can't say nigger. Basically, like I love the fact that they show that, and then the fact that in this one you see how, you know, Carlton's BFF, that narrative of like white people think it's cool for white people to be black when it suits them, and then they can turn against you in an instant. So showing that like the disparity between how it's cool for him to like Meek Mill, be cool and down, and then put drugs in his bag. Yeah. And do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, for real. So basically, Will beat up one of Carlton's friends, and then Will also beat up Carlton.
Damn.
For pushing him in the pool. As revenge, Carlton's brethren put coke in Will's bag.
Oh,
then told campus security.
I know.
Then told campus security about it. So then Will got arrested on campus, but he told Uncle Phil and Aunt Viv that it wasn't his, so they tried to prove that he was innocent, which they did later on. But it's all them trying to get back at Will, basically.
Wow. Was Carlton in on that?
No.
Okay.
Carlton wasn't in on it.
Yeah.
But it was his boy still.
So you have to be careful.
Yeah, it's good, man. It's good. So 4 episodes right now. I recommend you guys.
Yeah.
No, I'm catching up.
Yeah.
It's on my list. It's been on my list.
Catch up. And then what shows did you guys actually watch though?
I don't have time for shows.
You have time for shows?
No, it's really bad.
Too busy bashing men on Instagram.
Whoa! Is that the nerd? You don't even listen to our podcast. What's this? What is this nigga talking about?
You would just give me male bashing vibes.
We're really not that, you know.
No,
wow.
No, I know you're not.
You brought us on here to slander.
I'm messing around.
No, I haven't been watching much. I watched the Tinder Swindler recently.
Yeah, that was good.
That was good.
What did we watch yesterday or the day before?
Kanye.
No, before that.
Oh, there's another one. Like, it's another version of the Tinder Swindler, Puppet Master. It's another con artist that was calling
okay,
women.
That was good.
It's good. It's really good. Yeah.
What else?
What about you, Roqiya?
I don't even watch shows either.
No,
I'm terrible.
Booked and busy.
Yeah,
say nothing. G, quickly, G, have you seen the Kanye documentary?
Yes, I have.
What
I've only seen the first episode.
No, that's fine. That's all we've seen as well. There's 3 altogether, but part 2 comes out. Just came out today. Sorry. We discussed it already, but quickly give us your take on
it. I think the whole thing's genius, you know, because
Geen.
that's the name of the show. Purely because they actually planned to document Kanye's journey. How many years ago was it? 10, 12?
No, more
20?
than that.
Yeah.
Like 20.
20 years ago.
Yeah.
20 years ago, right? So watching it as a documentary in its time, knowing that it's meant to be a documentary, it's mind blowing. Do you get what I mean? Like, it's too mad to watch, and I'm just like, nah. You've been so confident in your belief, and even the people around you. Because for a man to quit his job, leave his hometown, purely because he knows that you're going to be a big deal, right? That's moving on faith. Like, and not even your own faith, like somebody else's faith. Do you know what I mean? That is mad. Like, to quit your job, change your livelihood because you believe in somebody else's dream and that they're going to make it. And then to actually do it as well, again, mind blowing. Like, it's a really good watch. And it shows how resilient he is. But he's been a narcissist from day. And do you know what made me laugh? When he said the word, when he was like, oh, you know, I'm filming this documentary, maybe he is a bit narcissistic. Yeah. And I was like, nah, you said the word before I even knew what the word meant. Like, you are definitely a narcissist.
Yeah.
Literally.
But aren't we all a bit narcissistic these days? Because we're all tracking and documenting our journeys now on social media. It's just like he done it in a documentary form.
Yeah.
Everyone's a narcissist.
Yeah. Everyone actually is a narcissist these days.
Especially us.
What is different? Especially us, as in what you two?
No, I feel like even just podcasters as well. Everyone wants to be the loudest. Everyone wants to be right. Everyone wants to be
We think our voice is worthy of being heard.
Yeah.
Is that the way you?
Well, no, I'm joking. Yeah, I think you obviously think you have value. Your voice has value of some kind.
You know what it is?
Maybe-
When I started podcasting, that isn't my mentality now.
Okay.
And that wasn't my mentality coming in. I didn't think,
Yeah.
people need to hear what I have to say, so they bring me for a podcast. That wasn't my thinking at all.
Maybe it's just us then.
Yeah, definitely. No, I think it's you.
That's a me thing. no.
Really,
It was for the enjoyment. Like, we enjoy speaking, and
Yeah.
but we definitely did think we have really interesting conversations.
I think everyone thinks that. I think everyone
I
thinks
agree.
that they
Yeah.
have really interesting takes.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you might do, but
Which is why they document it.
what's that?
I said, which is why they document it.
Yeah, no. What I mean is like, okay, cool. Everyone that starts a podcast, obviously everyone has their own reasoning, isn't it? Some people just want to voice their opinion, not that they feel like their opinion is the greatest.
Well, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
It's you two who believe that your opinion is greatest.
You brought us to slander us, and I don't understand why.
No, but you're making it easy for me.
Not even just podcasting, but even like on Instagram when you're posting pictures of your drink, nobody cares. what
Why
you're
should
drinking.
anyone care?
No one cares about what you're eating.
Yeah. Or your
But all
gym
that-
progress.
Yeah, gym progress.
So okay, cool. Then what?
But guess what?
then-
I'm going to post that shit.
No facts, yeah. I
but
feel the same way.
do people post things for others or for themselves?
For others.
I post it for others.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes
Yeah,
I
but
post
if you
for myself.
if you posted
but
for others, then you wouldn't post things that you knew they wouldn't care about. Then you just post what they care about. You wouldn't post, like you said, have you posted your drink before?
Yeah, of course.
But you said no one cares about it.
But no one cares because I'm a narcissist.
So therefore, you're posting it for yourself, not for others.
No, I'm posting it for others.
I think people care. We just don't care.
By the way,
very much.
posting it for yourself is I think is better.
I think it's best. I think
No,
it's the
it's
best way to do social
Yeah.
media.
I feel like
Yeah.
if you're posting something online,
Yeah.
you're posting it for other people.
How can it be for you?
No,
Yeah.
no, I think it depends what it is. Okay, cool. For example,
Yeah.
I like to post what I'm listening to a lot.
Yeah.
I know not everyone gives a damn about what I'm listening to,
Yeah.
but
Sorry.
you better blow your damn nose, right? But some people do care, yeah. But I don't post it because I want people to listen to this. It's just like
But there
it's basically like a picture full.
I actually think that's particularly narcissistic because with
Yeah.
music, we feel like our taste in music is always the best. And when I put out a song, and it's almost like I'm showing off to say, look how elite my taste in
I'm
music
different,
is.
I'm
I'm different. I listen to that real stuff.
Yeah, but that's implying that the music that all the tracks that you post are universally recognized as being good songs.
No, I think it can even be unrecognizable. People we post in the South African house that nobody knows the name of the song or the name of the artist because it's complicated, but you still post it to say, I listen to different stuff.
When you say it's particularly narcissistic, do you mean are you saying that if someone posts music on their gram, you believe they're doing it because they're telling people this is what you should be listening to? And
Not
that's narcissistic?
necessarily what they
Bro,
should be
what do you
listening
mean?
to. More just that they're trying to show off that they listen to what they perceive as interesting or different music. Most people wouldn't post Drake and Thames on their story because who the hell? We've all heard that.
No.
We're posting songs that you're thinking people probably haven't heard before.
Nah,
or are gonna rate or something old
not
school.
necessarily. I post. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'm sure that you know that Essence is rinsed out, right?
Yeah.
I will still post Essence on my story.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll
Really?
post whatever. Okay, cool. You know why? The vibe I might be in today
Yeah.
might be the Essence vibe.
Yeah.
Okay.
So by me posting this is the vibe I'm in. Doesn't matter that the song's been rinsed to the
But
ground.
when I say post, I don't mean like as a backing for your story. I mean you're just outright posting. Play this on Spotify. And it's
No,
Essence.
I'm not. No, what I mean is I'm just putting the artwork. I'm not playing the song.
Yeah.
You know what
Okay.
I'm saying?
Okay.
Well, I just feel like social media kind of just creates narcissists in general. I'm not saying you're a narcissist because you've posted that song and you think everybody should listen to it. But I feel like who cares about what you're listening to? Who cares about what you're eating? And there
Yeah,
is an
but-
element of like,
But why is there that why is that even a thing? Like, who cares about what you listen to? Like, why is that a thought in your mind?
you know,
So-
I think it's because to me it's not social anymore. So if I was posting something funny
Yeah.
that is going to prompt people to message me and say, that's so funny, Fola, ha ha ha, let's
Yeah.
have a conversation. That's social media to me. But if I'm posting something that's not going to prompt any conversation, it's just to look at and it's not aesthetically pleasing, it just is. I'm doing that for other people, surely. Or to prove some kind of point or make people perceive me in a certain way.
the point of social media is to share things with other people.
So do you feel like
Yeah. Yeah,
do
I
you feel like
agree.
everything you do is for others?
No, absolutely not. I use social media differently.
Yeah.
If you do ask me, now I'm joking. If I say
Yeah.
so myself.
I don't think
But-
we're all consciously trying to be narcissists, but we are to say.
There is
There's an element.
subconscious level
Yeah.
of narcissism.
There's certain things that you just wouldn't
what's the
post on
definition? What's the
Instagram.
definition of a narcissist?
I was just
So
going to
we
say
need
we
to-
should actually
we should
read
pull
that
it up.
because we're
Yeah, yeah,
definitely
Okay, I've got
using some
it.
throwaway
Yeah, you got
example. We're using a throwaway version of it.
Go on, Jay, go on.
having or showing an excessive interest in or admiration of oneself and one's physical appearance.
Okay. So it highlighted physical appearance. So that should be taken into consideration.
Yeah.
I think everyone should be in love with themselves.
Agreed.
Everyone should give themselves their flowers.
Yep.
And everyone should put themselves on a pedestal, yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's levels to this. Don't overdo it. Reduce it. But, so, obviously you've got extreme narcissists, but I think having a bit of narcissism, because anyways, that word has got a negative stigma attached to it, yeah. But that definition doesn't sound that terrible, yeah. So I don't think there's nothing wrong with being a little bit narcissistic.
But wait, narcissism is a mental health disorder, isn't it? Yeah. So it's definitely bad.
Is it?
Yeah.
Hold on, Gina, does it say that?
No, there's narcissistic personality disorder.
It's different. No, it's different.
Okay.
It's different.
All right.
Okay.
I thought the one
we're saying it's a personality disorder.
Yeah.
No, but you're saying there's two. No, you're saying there's narcissist, and there's narcissistic personality disorder are two separate things.
Yeah,
I didn't know. I thought they were the same thing.
No, I'm asking you. Does it say they're two separate things?
No, it says it in association with. It relates to narcissistic personality disorder, so it relates to it, but it doesn't say that it is it. So I guess if it's. Which is maybe what he has, to be honest, because his is consistent, boy.
Yeah, it's strong. It's strong.
Yeah.
It's strong. And even look at the I feel like we can call it an episode, I guess, with Kim. Like, I feel like the recent back and forth are what you can be perceived as an episode. Do you get what I mean? Because it's too extreme. Even things like getting a text message from Kim and then screenshotting it and putting it on socials, like things that generally is okay. Like, but it's because you want to prove a point that you've managed to communicate with her, or that you've heard what she said and you're publicly showing. Do you know what I'm showing people that okay, Kim, I'm gonna do what you say and be perceived as the good guy. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I don't know.
He's so erratic. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's so funny. Last week's episode was called erratic.
Really? Oh yeah, I listened to it today. Yeah. It's very fitting. Yeah. That guy is something else.
Yeah. All right. Hold on. Have you finished the whole story thing, right?
What story?
The story, the Instagram stories.
You don't agree, but I think we have to agree to disagree.
On what? Okay. What's your closing statement?
My closing statement is that anyone who is on social media using it in the way that most people do these days, which is your whole feed is pictures of you, there is a level of narcissism that you've got going. But I say narcissism not in the true definition of the word, which is a personality trait, in the light version of the word that we seem to use every day now.
Okay.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, Instagram back in the day,
you're excessively in love with yourself.
Was used a bit
because what I
differently,
don't get is why aren't we saying confident? What is the difference?
No, but you're saying narcissistic.
You said narcissistic. Didn't you start this conversation about narcissism?
You put the word in the atmosphere. I just latched onto it. You know what I mean?
Did I? I don't remember.
I'm feeling maybe like I'm a narcissist now because my whole Instagram is just pictures of myself.
Sounds like you fit the bill. No, I'm joking. No, but we're saying we're all victims to it. Like, it's just, I guess, normalizing it to a certain extent. But yeah, I don't think we're using the right word in saying narcissism, but it's that you feel yourself in a way that maybe you should chill out a little bit, you know?
Yeah, no. I think if you're extreme narcissist, then, you know, reduce it. But
reduce it. Be confident. Don't be narcissistic.
Yeah. He might not get as far as Kanye, I feel.
It's true, yeah.
Not that arrogant.
It's true. G, anything in particular you want to touch on or discuss before we go on to our next topic? Well, not even a topic, but
yeah. No, I feel like nothing.
All right then.
Oh my gosh, no!
Thanks, no. Gina. You've been. We're gonna end your section there.
Quickly before you.
I'm playing. Yeah. You're going.
Can we talk about Jamal Edwards, please?
Of course, that was going to be the next thing. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's going to be the next thing. You know what it is? I hate coming on here and talking about death because it's just it's just so heartbreaking. It's so heartbreaking. It's so like certain deaths just touch you a bit more. Certain deaths just, you know, surprise you and take you back a bit more, especially when someone passes away young. And especially when someone has made such a great impact and was such, you know, an influential person to, you know, a scene.
Yeah.
I'm trying to say. And Jamal was only 31 years old.
That's mad.
So for those who don't know, Jamal Edwards, the founder of SBTV, which was one of the first UK platforms to highlight and showcase, UK talent from grime to hip hop to he's
Ed Sheeran.
He's responsible for helping launch so many different careers. Name any rapper in the early stages and they've been on SBTV, but in particular, like Ed Sheeran is someone I can say, SBTV and Jamal helped launch Ed Sheeran's career, and Ed Sheeran's one of
even Jessie J.
Who's that? Sorry,
Jessie J.
Yeah. No, countless people. Like most MCs had one of their first looks on SBTV, doing freestyles, videos, whatever. Obviously, he had one of the most famous freestyle series ever, F64, which catapulted so many people into a greater level in terms of like their notoriety, fame, exposure. Jamal's done a lot, man. He's done a lot. I had the privilege of knowing him a little bit back in the day when I was dabbling in music and whatnot. Not as an artist.
Not a struggling artist.
Okay,
Not a struggling.
Context. So these girls said that they would never date a struggling rapper. Like it's like a
no. But when we said struggling, let's define struggling
artist.
as in he's bad. Not just say he's trying to make it. He hasn't got talent.
But we didn't know that until after.
This is where I'm going to embarrass myself then, because neither would I, and mine not even if they're bad. Even if they're not bad,
even if they're good.
So that's why I said that. But when I used to work in the music industry back in the day, I knew me and Jamal knew each other a little bit. Used to exchange a few messages and whatnot. Before F64 launched, I remember him actually. I remember we had one conversation where he told me that he was gonna do this series.
Right.
So to see him go, and back then he was like a one-man team. Like he used to record, edit everything himself. And then I think for me, SBTV was the first, urban. I don't know what to categorize it as. Just platform that got mainstream. That went mainstream, basically.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? So he started to, his platform was the first to be commercialized, shall I say.
Yeah.
So he started to work with corporate companies, corporate sponsorships. The platform went from being underground to being the go-to number one. It almost seemed like it was kind of corporate at one stage. You can tell they had staff and they had offices and employees. It turned into a corporation. And this was before, obviously, Grime Daily was around and so was Link Up TV, but I think SBTV was the first one to take it to that next level.
It was,
where it's like, okay, SBTV seems like it's now a above board corporate company. And it was sick to see. And he's, from what I've heard about him and my small interaction with him, he was a humble, just blessed brother. He was always trying to help people, very selfless, had great vision. Just an all-round good guy. So it's sad when you hear people pass away so suddenly as well. And at the age of 31,
young as well.
He's younger than me. It's like, it's mad.
He wasn't done yet. It's really,
it wasn't done yet. Certain deaths. I found out. I found out at the event.
Same, and I was shaken up. I feel like I was moving mad. I couldn't even speak properly because I couldn't believe it.
I was sitting down with Jason. He goes, "Oh, you heard what happened to Jamal Edwards?" I said, "What? What do you mean what happened to Jamal Edwards?" And he goes, "He passed away." I said, "Impossible."
Didn't make sense.
Impossible. And the cause of death, I don't believe has been announced yet.
Just said sudden.
Just sudden, I think your mum said sudden illness.
Sudden illness. No, it's heartbreaking.
No, it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking, and it's just another reminder about just how fragile life is.
Honestly,
it's just another reminder, and we're being reminded far too often. Far too often. You know what I'm trying to say? And it's just like, you just have to live your life the way you want to live it. Just aim for happiness. And what was his quote?
Oh,
he had a quote. Hold on,
I'm gonna get it.
Yeah, go on, because I don't want to misquote. But I remember even one of my friends reached out to me saying how, he doesn't understand like death just is kind of like plaguing his mind now, isn't it? And he's like, is life even worth it? Because
it was going to flash.
I think Poet posted, and life just goes on.
Oh, on, and then
Yeah.
So I
the
put up my
baddest thing is
story,
life goes on.
and he was like, you know what, this is true, you know, like it's people. Like I said, bruv, it's the harsh reality of life.
Yeah. We say that at the
Yeah.
we
We're-
stay to the end.
We're here for a moment, and when you go, everything carries on like you were never here. It's just the harsh reality of life. Like the world ain't gonna stop for you.
It really doesn't.
It's not gonna stop for you.
Yeah.
It's gonna carry on. Your loved ones are gonna carry on living.
Yeah.
Your friends are gonna carry on living.
Yeah.
People will mourn you for X amount of time, and then that's it. They're back to their life.
I feel like you still have an impact on people though. People will
That's
never
what I was going
forget
to say. I
you.
think his legacy will never die.
Of
And
course- no, his legacy will
is
never
so
die, yeah.
important.
Legacy is important, but you know what it is? Even the friend I was talking to, yeah. I think leaving a legacy
Yeah.
is important, but I don't think you should put pressure on yourself to be like, you know what, I need to leave a legacy. I think
No.
the most important thing is happiness.
Happiness.
Being happy, being content, and living your life the way you want to live it. If you leave a legacy and an imprint, then that's a bonus.
Yeah.
But were
It's
you
your job to leave a legacy.
exactly? But were you happy? Were you content? And were you fulfilled in your life? If that's a yes, that's a yes. Doesn't matter if you didn't leave a legacy behind with you.
Yeah, but I think even just if your legacy is as simple as loving on people.
Yeah. No, your legacy doesn't have to be something tangible.
Yeah,
where
it doesn't exactly.
Your legacy could be, you know, the things people say about you.
Yes, exactly.
And I think that's important. Because that just speaks to everything. That speaks to who you was
It's the
as a
most
person,
powerful
your
legacy,
character,
really. Yeah.
what you done, how you help people, and whatnot. I think that's important. But I don't think people should pressure themselves to be like, you know what, I need to make sure I do something and I start a business or I do this, because if not, my life will be worthless. No.
100.
As long as you're happy and you're content and you're fulfilled and you're living the life you want to live while you're here, that's the most important thing to me.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I'm trying to say? Because
Definitely.
the guy who was talking to me, he was young, innit? He's younger than me.
Oh,
And he was just, matter of fact, we're still talking now. I haven't even seen his last messages, but he was like, he just feels like, you know what I mean? It's heavy.
You for a minute. Yeah,
It's heavy.
Yeah,
Um,
poor thing, man.
sorry,
Yeah.
Gina, you were going to read
That's the one
that
as
quote.
Okay, one second, I literally just heard it. We all die. The goal isn't to live forever. The goal is to create something that will.
Yeah, and he tweeted that when 2012, I believe.
It hasn't got the one I'm looking at doesn't have a date.
Yeah, I believe
it was
it was.
a while
It was a
ago.
long. Yeah, I think it was.
So for him to say that, it's poetic. Isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
he literally spoke his life into. And the thing is, if he died old, that statement will still hold true, because I think that's a very true statement. Even though I just said that, you know, obviously happiness, I think trumps legacy, but for him to tweet that and die at 31 is just it's just very poetic,
Full
isn't
circle moment. Yeah.
it? Yeah. But yeah, man, it's.
God rest his soul.
Yeah, God bless his soul.
Yeah.
I hope his family have the strength to deal with this.
You see his mum singing?
Mother, no, I haven't seen his mum singing.
his
I've
mum
been
was singing
avoiding
outside of
content
Nura.
from his mum because it's just so sad to see.
Yeah.
She put something out about, she's on Loose Women, right?
Yeah, she's.
Yeah.
Oh, is she on Loose Women?
She's a
Yeah, when the
panelist on
co-host
Loose
said
Women,
about
yeah.
the media took the rights away from her to spread the news or something
Yeah,
like that.
media released the news
Yeah.
before she got to say it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And this.
Do you know what though?
Yeah, go on.
When she, I think I didn't even read that as the media. I saw it more as social media because, ignore me actually. Hold on, let me find it.
Okay. And also, and not that this is a testament to, you know, who he was or one, but to see, and obviously this is nothing to aspire to, but to see Richard Branson post about him, Chelsea Football Club posted about him, Prince Charles.
Yeah.
Obviously, Jamal had a MBE.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying that that's the goal,
No, I hear you.
to be recognised by those people, but the fact that he was just showed the impact that he had and how big he actually was.
That's one of the most beautiful things about it. Like, everyone had a story of an interaction with him.
Yeah.
Small interaction, big interaction. And that's what I'm getting at about, like, just using your time on earth to love properly. Because he did so many things for so many people that you would never think of. People that you wouldn't ever have expected him to even cross paths with had a long story about him. And that was beautiful to me.
Yeah, no,
That's the kind of impact you want to have.
Yeah.
Love you guys.
100%.
Love you guys, man. I love you, Gina, man.
I love you too.
I love you, Brett.
all. Love her.
Well, I only met you on Sunday, but I love you too. Roqiya, I love you.
I love all of you guys.
Come on,
You gotta
man.
love.
This life, it's
Honestly.
not easy, you know.
Yeah.
I saw, who did I see? I see my cousin tweet something like, is the rat race even worth winning? And my thought was, why do you want to win the rat race anyway? Like,
You can't
why,
win a rat race.
Like, why is that? I think you should be competing with yourself. Because to me, the rat race implies that you want to win the race amongst everyone and get to the top.
Okay.
Whereas I think it should be, you should just be running your own race,
Yeah.
tunnel vision, and just, you're competing with yourself, right?
Yeah.
So not so much the rat.
Did you feel that way in your 20s? Or has it taken a while to kind of realise?
No, I've always felt this way.
Oh, you've always felt that way?
Yeah, I've never been the type of person who's trying to compete with anyone.
I feel like I get what the person's saying though.
No, I get what he's saying.
Yeah.
But I felt differently.
Okay.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
We've all got a different perspective.
Yeah, and
isn't it?
you should.
'Cause I don't feel like I'm out here trying to I'm trying to be better than anyone. I'm just trying to be better than
yourself
myself
yesterday.
last week.
Yeah, yeah.
You have to face front, man.
Yeah, so I don't feel like
Literally.
I don't think I'm in a rat race.
But don't you feel like a bit of a victim to the rat race that the world tells you you're supposed to be in? As far as like how much money you've got, have you bought a house, have you got a car?
there's more than one piece of cheese. If there's only one piece of cheese, then yeah, I'm in the rat race and this is the only piece of cheese. I got to get that cheese. Or at least I got to get it. If we're looking at the world as entirety as cheese, yeah, there's a lot of cheese, isn't it? There's a lot of cheese.
Yeah.
There's cheese for everyone.
But why does it feel so difficult to get a piece of cheese then?
Because that's the way they want it to be.
Yeah.
That's what they want it to be.
But that's what I'm saying. Do you never feel victim to that? So is it enough?
Yeah, no, of course I feel victim. I'm not saying I'm not a billionaire, so of course, yeah, it's difficult, and I'm trying to climb the ladder.
Yeah.
But I'm not trying to climb the ladder while kicking someone else off the ladder, or
Crabs in the barrel.
or like looking at someone else, think, oh shit, he's ahead of me. Let me speed up.
Yeah.
No,
you have to look face front. Don't look.
Yeah, face front. Do my own thing, and just believe in yourself, and just go.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I mean? Any other thoughts about this? Anything you want to share? Anything you've been thinking about since you
I
heard of
thought
this?
today actually I had a conversation with my friend. So we met in Colombia and he's from London.
Yeah.
And he's still in South America. He's in Mexico now. And we were talking about death as well, actually.
Yeah.
And I was saying that I feel like had I not left the UK when I did and come back and God forbid I died, would I feel like I've done anything at all?
You mean
right now,
if you would have died?
Yeah.
You wouldn't have felt it then?
My story is I moved abroad for like 4 years. And
where did you go?
I lived in Colombia for 3 years and then I travelled for 1 year.
Okay.
And I feel like that.
Amazing.
Thank you. So I feel like that for me was like a life experience that changed me as a person.
Yeah.
It's something that is on my life CV to say I've experienced.
Yeah.
And I was saying that had I not done that, God forbid, if I died, what would they say at my funeral? I know it sounds a bit dark, but like I worked, I made some money, I got a car. Like what?
Hold on, are you saying for you,
yeah,
that trip to Colombia was significant enough to say, you know what, at least I've done something? Is that what you're saying?
A little bit, and also just as far as like opening my eyes and changing my perspective on life in general and how I define happiness. It completely transformed it for me.
No, if that trip fulfilled you, and made you happy, and then you passed away after that, then yeah, because obviously while you were alive, you felt that sense of contentment and happiness. Yeah.
But I'm planning to leave again. But I'm more getting at like I sometimes wonder like how much happiness you can achieve in the UK to feel fulfilled and like you have you fulfilled your purpose or you've achieved true happiness or whatever.
Do you think it's locations subjectively? Like, do you think it depends on? I understand that, and I do agree that obviously being in different places can alter and change your life and circumstances and whatnot. Yeah. But ultimately, can you create your happiness anywhere? Is happiness only what you make? Is happiness what you make it?
Definitely. I think
someone can be
choice.
happy in the UK.
Not
right?
to say that you can't be happy in the UK,
but
I do think that there are levels to the potential of happiness that you can achieve in different places, because even though I can choose happiness here, there are certain circumstances that mean that life is going to be more difficult, easy for me here.
All right, so what barriers to happiness do you believe exist in the UK? Not just for yourself, but generally speaking.
Generally speaking, I think that this country doesn't celebrate expression properly, like personal expression.
Okay.
I think there's one version of life that people are told they're supposed to live.
Yeah.
And there is one ladder that we're all supposed to be. This rat race that your friend is referring to, we're all told that that's what you should aspire to. And anything outside of that is a major deviation.
Yeah.
And it means that the system is set up in that way too.
Yeah.
So it's difficult. to achieve happiness in both settings. If you're on the rat race, difficult. If you deviate, still difficult.
Yeah.
So I think the circumstances in that sense make it hard in this country.
Yeah.
Even things like the weather.
I was thinking the same thing. I was thinking even down to something small as the weather. It's not even small, to be fair.
It's huge.
We had Hurricane Eunice. Hurricane Eunice the other day.
And then Stanley and Derek.
tore down the O2, bruv. Tore down the Rizzler.
Yeah.
Top of the O2.
Has cancelled his concert, innit?
Yeah.
Listen, I remember I drove out my house and then there was a woman holding on to the traffic light pole. No. She was holding on for dear life.
I went to the gym like a fool.
She was gonna blow, and I saw another guy.
She was gonna blow.
I saw another guy walk, and he got blown. He tripped over. He fell on the floor. Yeah, it was a madness. You know what it is?
It could have been me that day as well.
Yeah.
Man. It was
Because
bad.
I live near a lot of water.
Yeah.
So
The wind is even worse there.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And there's one particular. If anyone knows like South Key area, there's a lot of tall buildings in it. I don't know what it is, if it's the aerodynamicness or the shuttleness or the but the place is bare windy. It's more windy than other places. I don't understand why. I don't know if it's the aerodynamics of the buildings.
Must be.
The
Maybe
place.
there's like a white space.
It's just bare windy, bro. Like I felt like my door was gonna come off the hinges when I opened my door. It's mad.
Yeah, it was sweeping my legs.
Obviously, Gina's laughing because she's in a place of privilege right now.
Yeah.
She's in Ghana laughing all over us. Bear laugh. You're laughing too hard, big man. You need to reduce it. Bear laughing over there, big man. But no, the wind was mad, bro.
Yeah, it was scary.
mad.
I thought it wasn't serious, and I said, I'm going to the gym. My friend was like, are you sure you should do this?
Yeah, I left my house.
It was sweeping
maybe
me
I should
up.
stay at home. I saw the traffic light shaking. I saw a massive flower pot, that was heavy. Imagine this as big as a table. It was on the floor. I thought, you know how strong the wind have to be to knock this over?
A tree fell on my friend's car.
Is it tree? Come and look at the trees.
Yeah.
If trees are moving mad.
Yeah, trees.
What
Bare people's fences. Oh, here's a question. You know a fence,
Yeah.
Who owns the fence?
as in like the neighbour. Like,
If your fence breaks, who pays for the fence? You or your neighbour?
I had this conversation. literally the
Does
other
it
day.
matter which direction? Doesn't matter which direction the fence fell in. If it fell into your garden, does it mean that
Then it's your
they kicked it down?
I had this conversation the other day because my brother wants to get a new fence in his place.
Yeah.
In the new house that they moved to, and he was like, "What if the neighbor doesn't like the fence? We've got to share it.
No,
Is he allowed to complain and say, I don't like this fence though?"
No, but if one of you, obviously you can paint both sides. Remember, two sides to the fence.
Yeah, but you can choose like the type of fence. You can make it wire, wood.
If the whole fence came down, fair enough. But if one panel, you just replace the panel with the same thing.
No, he wants to change the whole fence, I'm saying. So what does he... How does he negotiate that?
There should be two fences. There's some places where there's two fences.
Yeah.
I remember my old house was two fences.
Right. That makes sense.
There was two fences. No, I think the neighbour, not on all the sides. I believe on my right, it was one fence. On my left, the neighbour, he was a racist old man.
They always are. People with fences are always
I
racist.
believe he built his own fence.
Right.
So even if my fence fell down, there's still a fence there. So I get two fences. 2 for 1. Gina, you hear that? I get 2 for 1 fences. Because if my fence broke, his fence is still there. But what I'm saying is, if I broke the fence, just say I broke the fence myself.
Yeah.
Then obviously I pay for it. But in this unit situation, if the wind broke the fence, who pays for the fence?
Who pays for the fence?
I think both.
You've got to go civil court. You have to go civil court.
No, you have to go half. Civil court against who? The unit.
Yeah.
I'm not paying for that fence.
Because if they don't care about the fence.
Wait. This is for you, fella. So
This was for me.
the wind, Hurricane Eunice blew your fence down.
Yeah.
And you're telling me you're going to go civil
My
court?
assumption is that you're going to take care of it. As
Why?
long as you're not putting an ugly fence.
Why?
You can look after it.
Why should they take care of it?
Do you know how much
It's both your fences.
I have to do in my life? You can take care of the fence, man. Come on.
Huh?
Booked her meeting.
He's like,
wow.
So you would tell your neighbour, because you're Fola,
No.
and you don't have the capacity.
I would be
To help, you
I would
say-
be avoidant.
Oh, seriously? Oh, you just duck the fade.
No, I'm joking. I'm a job's worth. I would definitely change the fence on the same day. I'm taking the piss.
Okay. But you would knock your neighbour door, say, would you say let's go half, or you just pay for it yourself?
Nah, I'd probably just pay for it, you know.
Is it?
Yeah.
I can't imagine trying to get into money matters with my neighbour.
You know what it is?
It's weird.
What if you don't even know your neighbour or have a good rapport with
Yeah,
them?
exactly.
It's air, innit?
Yeah, I'd rather just pay myself.
Yeah.
But what if they pay before you?
Then they can
Excellent.
get paid. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I think in my parents' house,
Adulting, man.
my parents' house is the only place where I can use a practical example because I actually knew my neighbours a little bit.
Mm.
If the fence broke with a racist man, I'm not gonna lie, but I don't know what's gonna happen. 'Cause it was straight beef for years with us, you know.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, the guy was racist, bro. He used to
A racist neighbour.
We'll be in a garden, and he'll just hail racist abuse over the garden.
What would he say?
Oh, wow.
Over the garden.
Just-
racist.
I can't remember,
Committed.
like, nigga, black, this, black,
No. What area was this in?
that. Wharf Road,
Where's that?
South London.
Yeah.
South
That's
London.
mad.
South East,
I
yeah.
thought it was going to be Essex.
Nah, B.
Damn. It's horrible.
He just made it. I can't remember, he used to do used to do racist shit, bro. It was just racist. I can't remember if he died though or he moved. I think he died.
Oh, damn.
He died. Who,
Yeah.
who killed him?
It was me.
He said, I think he died.
Buried in my
You didn't
garden.
hear it?
Yes, I believe he deserved to die, and I hope he burns in hell, motherfucker. But okay, cool. If it happened to me, I think you know what I do. I'll wait 2 days to see whether or not they get it.
See, that's what I'm saying. You have to wait and see what happens.
If by the third day they get the fence and I'll knock on the door. I say, yo, Jim! Jim, open up! Walk up for the fence, my brother. Oh, man. Don't make me laugh, actually. Did you know the girl last week, who exposed a guy for cheating?
Yeah.
Did you hear that?
What happened?
Did you hear that he paid
Oh, girl.
Did you hear that he paid the 170?
Yeah. They must have agreed on the
So
amount.
imagine you done revenge porn and you're saying, yo,
Okay.
you don't want me to expose your identity, I need money. In your mind, how much money are you thinking that you need or you ask for?
Couple grand.
He paid her 170.
Couple grand.
That must have been his last. He must not have
Yeah.
had anything else.
Oh.
That's the
That
only
says,
explanation.
oh.
Oh,
They were young though, innit?
I don't
It's
know
been
how
like
they
the
were.
last of his student loan.
I just find 170 just so random.
yeah, so ransom. Why
It's
170?
very
Like
random.
not even 150.
Was she content with it?
I don't know.
Maybe VAT or something.
Man, see, but Monzo me that 170 B.
170.
I bet you hear that cash noise when I. You know what I mean?
Oh, you've got that on?
No, mine's off, but I know
Yeah.
what it sounds like. Because someone said, I saw someone tweet, oh, I love the sound of the Monzo alert. I said, oh, I need to hear this.
Oh, so you turned it on?
So I turned it on until I got a notification.
never-
No, I'm lying. I turned it on and I sent myself money.
I was gonna say it's never money coming in. It's always money going out. That's why
Most
it's
of the
off
time.
What do you
me.
mean?
I never have money coming into my money other
when
than from myself.
When I
Sorry for you.
I have money.
I have money coming in, though, Monzo.
It's the cash down though.
Listen,
It's just pure outgoing.
that Monzo alert, that's like a endorphin for me.
Yeah, it feels good.
Must be nice.
Am I lying, Rocky? Am I lying, Gina? When I see that Monzo alert, I'm buzzing.
I've never experienced this.
Wait, like after a night out, you'd be like, oh, can you send me the money?
You know what?
Oh, maybe.
What's
yeah.
the Monzo? I'll send you £1 so you can get the
A
alert.
pound. Okay, let me turn it on.
I'm joking, man.
Oh, you don't I wanted the pound.
I ain't got £1 for you, man. I don't know you
I
like
was
that.
really getting my phone now.
That's a whole £1, you know. A whole 100 pence. You better ask for Key to send you £1.
Wow.
What do you think this is?
Tight.
What do you think this is?
Okay, fine.
I send you a penny, B. I work hard for my
I actually
pounds.
got my phone. I said, yeah. You can send that back.
No.
You know how long that is? So I should take your account number, sort
No, you've
code,
got my
name,
number, so you
to
can
send you
use
£1.
my number. You suggested it. Why
Ask
you
for Key to
saying
send
it?
you £1, bro. Ask me for a damn £1.
I actually need that to get home.
You know, I keep seeing these days, since the Tinderless Window thing, people keep requesting money from their friends on Monzo. You've seen that?
Yeah, I love doing that.
Yeah, it's
Oh, you did it to
too
people?
funny.
Yeah.
Has anyone ever sent you money?
Yeah.
You did? How much?
Roden?
Hold on.
No, I don't
What's
want to just.
What's the highest amount you've asked for?
I've never done this.
I'm gonna
highest
I'm gonna
amount.
request 10 grand from Gina tomorrow.
Do you know what I always think? When I see those notifications, I get really nervous. Because what if the person accidentally says accept?
You know,
It just goes into your
I always get this recurring
That's
thought,
my point. That's scary.
that I'm gonna accidentally send someone else money on Monzo by accident, and they don't want to give it back to me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
same.
they don't have
Yeah.
to as well, is it?
No,
actually happened to me before.
someone that I know, and they're gonna be playing dumb.
Yeah.
They're like, what money?
I
Big
didn't
man,
see it.
send me my fucking money. And they're taking all day to send it. Send it now, man. Whatever you're doing, stop what you're doing and send me back the money. I sent it by error. Mess up. Nah, I always have this recurring. You know when you go to Monzo, you got the recent people you sent it to?
Yeah, it
Think,
could
what
be
if I
anyone.
accidentally
I
click
look
on?
at it a few times though. I'm
Same.
like,
I check for
alright,
ages
cool.
before
Yeah,
I
I might click on Chizzo instead, and then I send Chizzo money. He don't send it back to me. Gina, am I lying?
You need new friends.
Live it.
Which friend is this that would give your money?
No, I always his name's like always
At
there
the
on the
top.
list.
At the
Yeah.
top.
Okay.
Oh, that's jokes.
This was fun. All right, G. Before we let you go, if you want to go, I'm not dismissing you, but
No, okay.
I think we're getting close to wrapping up anyway. Anything else you want to talk about? Anything that you've missed that you kind of want to give your take on while you're on the phone?
Has anybody watched Inventing Anna?
We tried to.
Can I tell you why I can't watch that show?
Yeah.
Why?
Because the girl is from Ozark. And
her
her
accent's really annoying.
I think, is absolutely terrible.
Oh.
It keeps slipping in from Russian to American.
Oh,
I
yeah.
tried to watch
We tried to watch
it. I cannot do it, mate. I can't do it.
We thought it was going to be something serious, but it seemed kind of light.
No, apparently it's kind of like Tinder Swindler. She's
It's a real story,
scammer.
isn't it?
Huh?
She's a
So
scammer.
she's not acting? I'm confused.
No, she's
No,
acting.
Oh, she's playing out a true story.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought it was more like a documentary style.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
documentaries.
Yeah, I'm not really feeling it. I watched maybe 2 episodes, I think.
You know what, yeah? When I first started watching it, usually you kind of know the shows I like, so it didn't fit the mold at all. But I had nothing else to watch or to do, and it was background noise, then became something I actually started taking in. And then I was like, oh my gosh, this show's actually quite interesting and engaging. And I guess, do you know what it was? I just really wanted to find out what happened at the end. And I know I could have obviously gone on the internet or whatever, but seeing it being played out dramatically and seeing the extent that she went to she's actually mad, because she generally doesn't think she did anything wrong, which is what's mind blowing.
Yeah.
Like even up until like the final part of court, like where she's getting like found guilty and stuff, it's like she generally thought she was going to get away with it. Like she had that much confidence. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no.
Wow.
To be fair, I haven't.
You really are crazy on all fronts, isn't it?
You need to be, though, to be that much of a scammer.
That's true.
Yeah. 100%.
But don't scammers must have like their anxiety must be crazy.
I don't get
unless you got
I don't think they
ice,
do, you know?
ice in your veins.
I don't think. You know what? I think they probably even get a thrill.
You think so?
As opposed to, because remember, to me, I'm seeing it as you have an addiction, because like especially if it's something that you do continuously, and then you become this person that believes in this lie.
There's definitely a thrill. Okay, have any of you girls ever committed a crime before? And if you have, did you feel a bit of thrill? A little bit of a thrill?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you say it was a good feeling though?
No, it was really anxious. Let's just contextualize. I saw something when I was like,
no,
14.
I was about to say, I think yours is theft.
Wow.
And I was right anyway. I think yours is also. I think you were a striker.
What does that mean?
Yeah.
You were a striker.
What's a striker?
What do you mean?
As in, a guy was doing fraud and he used you.
Wow.
I'll take the mixed race.
I'll take the theft.
He sent you to the bank.
Whoa!
I look, yes, girl.
It's actually, it's definitely because you're mixed race.
Yeah.
Is this what you're doing?
You're stereotyping me.
He sent you to NatWest. No,
Why do you know the bank? Why do you know the main bank?
He's like, I'll hold this car for me.
Exactly. Always NatWest.
I'm a lying.
You are lying.
Oh, all right. So
I've been asked before though, but yeah.
Have you been asked? There you go. What was your crime?
Theft.
I knew it. No, it is. No, it is. With girls, typically all you guys do is steal if you do a crime.
Okay.
It's if you steal, or maybe you're shotting for a guy, or you're a striker.
What crimes have you done?
Huh?
Nah?
I ain't done no crimes.
We're confessing on the mic.
No. Man's done a little bit this, little bit that.
Oh, okay.
NatWest?
Huh? Nah, not even natty, you know. Not even natty.
Natty?
Definitely.
There's not slang names for the bank. Natty.
Abbey National.
Abbey National. That was something. That was something there.
Everyone used to be like, you got an Abbey.
Yeah.
You got an Abbey.
Yeah. I remember I was at Abbey National, and their customer service at Warfare was so poor that I left the bank.
Really?
I closed my account.
Wow.
You know what? I can't. Every time I come into this branch, it's a nightmare. The lines are always long. Like, you guys are rude. I closed my account. I went to Barclays. And I never looked back. I ain't never looked back since.
Barclays is the goat though. I love Barclays.
Gina, I'm telling you. Like, Abbey National. And thing is,
listen.
I know what's so funny?
Do you know why I'm laughing so much, Yusuff? You sound like, you know them like jobs worth people.
Literally. Karen.
You know what it is? You know what it is? You're
customer complaint.
You're bloody building society. You're not even a bank, bruv. Not talk
Please
about
don't
building
kill
society.
me.
What is the building society? Does anyone know?
I have no idea what it is.
Exactly. I went to Barclays, bruv, down the road. I left. What's I gonna say? No.
Funny. You dibbled and
I've dabbled. You know what's so funny? I was thinking about this the other day. I'm not gonna say where I used to work. I used to work at a particular store, yeah. And it's funny because I was at this particular juncture, yeah. This particular thing I'd done, I was recruited by a stranger.
Wait, what?
So this guy, he came into the shopping center that I worked in, yeah.
Yeah.
And I knew the play already. He's looking for the brothers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's seeing who can I look at and think, you know what? Let me approach him, he might be down.
Okay.
So he saw me, thought, he might be down. So
Wait, was this a real job or criminal?
what do you mean?
What job is this that you're talking about? A real job or
Listen, I can't
Retail-
remember myself.
Right, it's a criminal activity.
It was a retail store.
Okay.
But we didn't sell clothes. Yeah?
Okay.
Electronics.
What?
So then he saw me, and then one day I think he waited till my break. He approached me.
Yeah.
Like, yo, brother, basically this is the play. What you saying? I'm like, nigga, you know I'm down.
You already know. I'm so
That's how bad I'm being. Huh?
A stranger.
Listen, babe.
What was it that
brother.
got you? Did he tell you the pay?
No, okay, cool. Let me give you context. I was 21.
Yeah.
I was 21, and I was just about that life.
Did you get any money from it?
Of course.
How much?
How
much?
Bare
In
money.
comparison to what he was getting.
No, we went 50-50.
You went 50-50?
Yeah.
Sorry, this man just approached.
Listen, don't throw shit at my business partner.
You risked it for a chocolate biscuit.
Do you know what risky that is?
Wait. What chocolate biscuit? Okay, cool. You guys need to think. Yeah, think.
21.
I'm smart. I wouldn't. Wait.
I say that.
Did I go to jail?
No.
Did I get away with everything I done?
But have you ever said it on the podcast?
What? Why has she done?
Confessing.
The police can't do nothing with this.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, okay.
I ain't said nothing.
You
I ain't
know
said,
better than
I ain't
me.
Said I ain't said where I've worked. I ain't said what it was. All I'm saying is,
Fair enough.
a guy identified the brother, said, yo, are you down? I said, I'm down. And we made peace.
Wow.
Yeah, come on. You think I want to risk my job for something? 50-50, babes?
No, please.
Down the line, bruv.
What was it like? Gift cards or something?
Off air,
Experience.
I'll tell you that's what I'm talking about. But I'm not going to commit myself. Because obviously statute of limitations, isn't it?
Right. He knows. Wow.
Statute of limitations. Limitations, no. But fun times still. Fun times. Yeah.
Happy for you.
I remember in uni, we were having a party and we couldn't afford the drinks for it.
Yeah.
And there was a guy that was deetsing drinks for people and charging half of the price.
Listen,
What
you
about
got what you
Domino's
do.
as well?
We had a meeting and everyone had to vote. For hours we sat there. Who is willing to deets the drinks? Come on, guys, we need at least 3 bottles of JD.
Listen, I had friends from uni, who steal clothes from Gap, H&M. It's a use.
Wow.
Yo, you know there's no tags on the
What?
clothes in H&M and Gap and that. I said, brother.
There is on
I said, brother.
I know.
Wait me, I'm coming. Listen. I remember I had like 2 of the same top like one time. I was like,
I'm so dead.
why do I have 2 of the same top? I didn't pay for neither. Oh, it's crazy. And then Tesco's.
What you?
The funniest theft in back in the day was that university halls when you used to raid the fridges. You used to do that.
No. What's he talking
No,
about?
hear me out. No, I never done it until it happened to me. Then I
Right.
just then I got bucky naked. I got buck wild. So basically, yeah. In uni,
What's
obviously,
going to happen to you?
basically in uni, you know how uni was. Everyone's just scavenging, bro.
Yeah.
So I remember in uni, this one particular time, I went shopping, Asda, but my basket was all white.
Right.
Everything low price thing. You know what I'm talking about?
As in value.
Everything value.
Why?
Don't hate on my basket was
Super saver.
my basket was snowing. There you go, super saver. Man had the value nuggets. You know the nuggets? Chips.
No, why do you keep asking us? We don't know.
We can't relate.
We
Pasta.
don't know.
Listen, this particular month, it was a budget time, whatever. Okay. So then I packed my freezer with my chips and my burgers, my nuggets, all that stuff in it. And then I went back to my fridge one day and it was gone. I was fucking fuming. I was fuming, yeah. And then I remember maybe like 2 days. No, I went to report it. I said, look, Hello.
Who's your voice? Yeah.
What do you mean?
No, wait.
The person who works
Local
downstairs,
security,
bruv.
Okay.
Who's the residence? I would have told. I snitched.
Security.
I didn't snitch because I didn't know who it was. What?
This is what I'm saying. When you closed your bank account,
You're actually a Karen. It's
What's
true.
a bank account? What do
You're
you
a
mean?
Karen.
You're Karen.
She said your job's worth like.
you're actually a Karen.
I don't give a fuck, bro. Nigga stole my food, nigga. So anyway, I said, yeah, my food's been stolen. This is a red alert. Anyway, they didn't do nothing about it. They couldn't do nothing about it. So then one day, yeah, I went to go and check two of my boys, innit, who lived in my building.
Yeah.
I walked in on these niggas. Yeah, my fucking nugget.
No.
I went to the fridge. I said, nigga, this is my food. I said, this is my food. They were like, oh, sorry, we didn't know. I said, so you didn't know that. I said, you didn't know that the kitchen on the second floor is my kitchen, the blue kitchen, because obviously they were color coded. I said, you know that's my kitchen. They're like, we didn't know your kitchen. I'm like, oh, you niggas, you want it back? I said, I don't want it fucking back. Better keep that shit. Anyway, from that day on, a thief was born. That's what I'm saying, bro. I had no mercy.
Listen, you did your weekly shopping.
Listen, I'm not gonna lie. Me and Marv one day went to another halls with black bag.
Black bag.
Yeah, Gina, I'm putting Marv under the bus.
It's so unruly.
Me and Marv and a couple other boys went with black bags. We went out robbing.
So what, you don't even care what you were getting? Like, it was just, as long as it's food.
Fam, listen, anything can get it. Give me that fucking lasagna. Give me that quiche. You know what it was?
I actually love a quiche.
Give me that quiche.
Imagine
Give me
getting
that
like pizza.
pizza. Give me your domino sauce. I'm taking everything, bro. Sugar.
I'm so dead.
So wait,
Your parents find out.
Yo.
Literally. From people's
What would you
food.
not do? Like, you
What's
literally just walk around. You just literally
You walk around the floors, yeah, and you're just hoping that people leave their kitchen door open, innit? Because obviously sometimes the kitchen doors closed. You're like, oh shit. But sometimes you hit a lick. That means that the door's open. No, but obviously the door could be open, but the fridge empty anyway. So that's air. But you know when you hit the jackpot, you go to the kitchen, fridge full. You nigga, we hit the jackpot.
This is so unruly.
We're just scraping your arm.
But no, the best thing, yeah, was, you know, we had the vending machine at the bottom of the floor.
Yeah.
Fam, that vending machine used to get shaken like a fucking child, bro.
You know how mad this is?
I'm not saying she
Wasn't there a
shaken.
camera there, though?
No, there wasn't.
We won't, don't worry.
It wasn't. Listen.
If someone stole a slice of your bread in uni, it was mad.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Remember.
I can't believe you were stealing someone's whole food shopping.
Remember, before it would happen to me, I was playing by the rules.
Right.
But then when it happened to me, I told you the monster was born.
Hurt people.
That's what I'm saying. Hurt people. And it was my own people as well.
That's what's...
You know what's so funny? When people leave notes in the fridge.
Yeah. You said, please don't touch this.
I know you fucking took my... You know what's so funny, yeah? There was a guy who was next to me, like his room was next to my room, innit?
Yeah.
But we weren't friends.
Yeah.
But I see him, I acknowledge him because I know who he is, innit? I used to steal his stuff. And he
He knew it was you as well.
He used to leave notes.
Yusuff, I know.
You lot better stop stealing my fucking... I remember one time, okay, this is the worst one I ever done, yeah? He went shopping. Imagine you just went shopping, yeah?
Yeah.
Imagine you went shopping, yeah? And you put the stuff in your fridge at 8:05. You come back at 8:15, it's gone. Livid.
You lot are
I
actually
remember
so
one
fun.
time, yeah, he put yogurt in there. By the time he came back, it was already gone. Imagine that.
I stole someone's shit.
I felt for him still. I took it, but I felt for him.
Moment of fame.
I'm thinking, right, you put yogurt in the fridge at 8:05, you come back at 8:15.
This is
and it's
crazy.
gone. Already it's gone.
There's no peace in that house. Like, how can...
And you know when, like, you're just passive aggressive because you can't do nothing to buy it.
Yeah.
You can't knock on my door saying, Yusuff, do you even know my name? You don't know my name.
That's how you just have to end up eating noodles, hide it in your room, and then when you're ready to eat, bring it out.
Do you know when I knew niggas can't cook, yeah? Was when I remember one time in uni, I saw a guy cooking noodles, but he cooking noodles like pasta.
Wait, how are you supposed to make noodles?
And then there's bare water in the fucking pot. Man. And then when he drained the water, all the sauce flavoring. That's not how you cook noodles, nigga. You gotta cook noodles with shallow water, so it keeps all the flavor. How am I
the
saying?
seasoning was gone.
Gina, man was cooking the packet noodles in bare water. I said, this ain't spaghetti, bro. All the flavor gone. I was livid.
A lot of people really didn't have to cook.
Yeah.
So they got to uni.
Another one of my guys, I remember one time he was washing rice with lemon washing up liquid.
No, you're joking.
No,
You said my guy. You said it's one of your guys.
It was Marvin. I'm putting on my blast. It was Marvin still.
There's no way that is
Marvin was
possible.
cooking rice with
A black
lemon
man.
washing up liquid. I said, what are you
Marvin.
doing? He's talking about this is how done at
Marvin.
You're
home.
supposed to wash the rice. Wait, are you joking?
I'm not joking. The thing is, he'll deny it. But he done it. I saw him. I walked into his apartment. I saw it.
That is
I don't
so
believe this.
funny.
He was washing it with
black
lemon washed up
man.
liquid. He
A
was.
black
No, he
man.
was. He was washing rice. I looked
Come
at
on.
him puzzled. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
What did he say?
I can't remember what he said, but he was basically implying that this is normal for him. This is what he does.
Stomach
Back
must
home.
be-
His
What?
stomach must be in bits till
Yeah.
today. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Wash up liquid.
What's up liquid?
Till this day.
No, and he made the point to say, but it's lemon.
I don't believe this story. I can't.
I'm not making this up.
believe
If I'm lying, I'm dying,
It's
babe.
too ridiculous.
No,
I
it's
can't
true.
believe it.
No, but what makes it realistic is that it was lemon. If
Yeah,
it was,
lemon.
If it
How
was,
does that
no,
make it realistic?
because if it was green, that's
Then
you're
surely
moving mad.
green rice,
But in your
yeah.
head, lemon thinking, but this is lemon
Eating
though.
with-
So, when he's eating it, it tastes normal to him. So
no,
he
obviously
eats
he's
rice.
no, but obviously he's rinsing it to the point where it comes
it
off.
comes up. Wow. But he must have learned that from somewhere.
No, obviously he did it. I don't know.
Where?
Maybe his house. I don't know.
This is crazy.
It's unruly, right? It's unruly still. Fun times,
my
fun times,
gosh.
fun times.
Oh,
Everything
take it
I said was a lie, by the way.
I knew
Yeah.
you actually.
I'm joking. No, everything I said the truth.
I can't do
I said
this.
lie.
Stop it.
I said lie to the public to make it seem like I did.
Oh, I see. Okay,
No, but
right.
everything I said I've said no lies.
I'm really struggling to believe this story.
Every story I've said has been true. Down to me being scouted by my man,
Wow.
the stealing of the food, all of it.
It's only the soapy rice. That I'm
Me
struggling with.
being a Karen, I was like, yo, they stole my food. Floor 2, blue kitchen. I was livid. But yeah,
That's jokes.
all right, cool. Oof. All right, by chance, did anyone watch the NBA All-Star Weekend?
Oh no, I don't watch
Sorry.
sports at all.
All right, I'm going to do a little run.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So
Go
the
for
dunk
it.
contest was absolutely trash. It was the worst dunk contest in the history of the NBA All-Star Weekend. And that's what I want to say. It was trash.
Sounds crazy.
It was trash.
Mad.
It was the worst dunk contest I've ever seen in my life. There was no 10 dunks. There was no dunk that got a 10 score,
Right.
which means they were all meaty.
What's a dunk contest?
Okay.
Big man, get the hell up.
No, but as in, is this a serious
What's
thing?
a dunk contest?
I can guess what it is from the
Do
name.
you know what dunk is?
Yes, but I'm saying, is this
This
a
is
part of the game?
basketball, man. Do you know what basketball is?
Shut up.
You know
Of course I
basketball
know what basketball is. But I'm saying, is this something that goes
So a
towards
dunk-
a final score of some kind?
No, so basically in the NBA, they have a break
Okay.
in the season where they have an All-Star Weekend. So it's like a festival, basically.
Yeah,
a festival
yeah.
basketball.
Okay.
So you have an All-Star game where all the best players play.
Yeah.
Then you've got competitions, dunking competition, shooting competition,
Okay.
skills competition.
So it's all just friendly.
Yeah, it's all friendly.
Oh,
I think they play for trophies and prize money, and then the game is for charity.
The dunk contest is for charity.
No, the actual NBA All Star game is for.
Oh, I see. Okay.
But dunk contest is for, I believe, for money and trophies, and for like it's a competition.
Okay.
Who's the best dunker this year?
Okay, so you get like a
Yeah,
title.
it's yearly.
Okay.
Yeah,
got
so
you.
you get a trophy.
Okay, yeah. This
and
makes
I
sense.
just want to say it was meaty.
Oh.
That's it.
Who won?
A guy called Obi Toppin from the New York Knicks.
Oh, right.
Do you know who he is?
Never
Nope,
heard.
there you go.
I'm trying to help you out here, by the way, because you're talking to yourself.
No, I'm talking to the male listeners.
Okay.
No, sorry. Let me not
Yeah.
objectify that.
Male and female listeners.
Let me not isolate.
Discriminate?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sure there's women out there who watch the All-Star
basketball.
Weekend
I'm sure
and agree
I
with
know
me
some women that do. Yeah.
that my sister watches basketball.
Yeah.
That the dunk contest was absolutely trash. All right, cool. Gina, have you got a song? Nope, get off my line. No, I'm playing. So basically, we do something called Song of the Week.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Oh, you know, you don't know.
Yeah, I
You
know
don't-
that.
You don't know that. So we each take a turn, play the song, play like a minute of the song, recommend it to listeners, and then yeah. Gina, have you got a song you want to send me and I can play for you?
Yes, man.
I don't have one.
It's fine if you don't.
No, I don't. Sorry.
No worries. All right. We're gonna do Song of the Week and then we're going to leave. So
Okay, so I'm gonna love y'all.
you can
and
say
leave
your
y'all.
farewell. Any messages to the listeners?
Guys, I miss you so much, and I'll be coming back sooner than you think. To be fair, and yeah.
If you want to see a bit more of Gina, there's 2 new
Shout out
episodes
to
right now
Patreon.
on our Patreon. 2 episodes. One episode is me and Gina, and we chop it up for like 2 hours, and another one is me, Gina, and Lai. quite good episode as well. That's about 2 hours and a bit.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, if you want to see Gina, get more Gina, then sign up to Patreon right now because there's some new exclusive content on there. You get me? But yeah, all right, G.
All right.
Nice having you on for once.
Bye, guys. It was lovely
Bye.
to meet you.
You too.
All right then. In a bit.
And
Bye.
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 God, she's gone. I'm joking. A bit of banter, obviously. Comic relief. Comic relief. All right, cool. All right. Do I have a song? Then
Does
you
it have to be a new song?
No, but if it's a song, tell me the song and I'll tell you whether or not you can play it.
It's a throwback. I've been playing Dizzee, Rascal, Boy in the Corner all day.
That's fine.
Okay.
All right. Tell me the song.
Jezebel?
Jezebel, all right, cool.
Bit of a problematic one, but it's still a banger.
Dizzee, Rascal. You're just a rascal.